Good evening and welcome back to another season of high school football on CISN TV. I'm Trent Condon here with you in the pregame show presented by Fairway. An exciting season of high school football gets started here tonight in Class 5A. No, I'm not misspeaking. We got new classes this year and an extra class this season as they have moved now to 5A all the way down to 8-player. So we'll be talking about the big schools this year. No longer 4A. It is now 5A. For the big classes. Preseason number one this year, it's a team that played for a title last season in the Unidome, the Southeast Polk Running Rams. A lot of returning talent coming back for Southeast Polk as they were upended last year in the Unidome by Ankeny. The defending state champions have a lot returning as well. Of course, also in the top 5 this year, the Dowling Catholic Maroons. Their long reign finally came to an end last season as they were upended in the state semifinals, but they're raring to go here this season. We're going to take a look around some of the top teams around the area. We'll take a look at the CISN teams that we'll be covering throughout this high school football season, and also a little look around the state in the big school classes, some of the big teams and names to keep an eye on. But before we get started with that, we are happy to be aboard with you, presented by Fairway, a presenting sponsor of all of our coverage all season long, a great Iowa company, and we are happy to be partnered with Fairway here for this football season. Let's get started, and let's start with the preseason number one team. These rankings come from the Des Moines Register, and it is Southeast Polk. A lot of headliners there for Southeast Polk. Start with their quarterback, Jackson Daly. He made a commitment to Arkansas State out of the Sun Belt. Sun Belt had a great year on the college football scene a year ago. Upset wins from a lot of the programs. He'll be going to Arkansas State, but before that, he wants to bring a championship to Southeast Polk. They were on the precipice a year ago. The lefty has played very well this season. He'll have an opportunity to do it with a lot of big names around him. You look at the headliners there, it's not just the quarterback. Xavier Wampka, back for his senior season, has not made a college commitment yet, but he has got all kinds of offers across the country. Wampka, Notre Dame is involved. Ohio State, maybe he'll stay home with the Hawkeyes or the Cyclones. He hasn't made that decision. What we do know, one of the hardest hitters from the safety position. He'll also play a little bit of running back with Titus Christensen this season. Do it all safety, Xavier Wampka for the Rams. And also, you look at that team, they are built with big physical guys up front, and there's nobody bigger than Caden Proctor. Proctor, who had an offer from Michigan before he ever played a varsity snap. He's now an upperclassman, still just a junior. He's got 2 seasons in front of him. The solid tackle will be out there for the Rams this year, and looking forward to him. Who's going to be chasing down the Rams, though? Well, at number 2, it's the team they face in week 1, the Dowling Catholic Maroons. As mentioned, though they didn't win another state championship a year ago, they played some great football. Tom Wilson has a squad ready to compete again this year, and for me, it starts at the quarterback position. There, Jackson Smolik, a youngster who saw playing time last year as a sophomore, has made big strides. A big-time arm. He can sling it all over the field. He's got some pretty good weapons to go along with it this year for the Maroons. Then you go to number 3. It's another Central Iowa team. That's the defending state champion, the Ankeny Hawks. Though a lot of the names are going to change, there's going to be plenty that you remember from a year ago. The quarterback, though, that'll be different. Jace Bauer, he's off to play in the MAC at Central Michigan. The new quarterback makes the short trek, though, from Centennial, a transfer in J.J. Cole. J.J. had an incredible summer, picked up offers from Iowa State, from Iowa. Alabama is sniffing around. He's got big opportunities in front of him. A big quarterback, 6'6". He's big, he's strong, and he can really throw the football. J.J. Cole for the Ankeny Hawks. He's got Caden Kadolf back for another season. Outstanding running back. He put up big numbers last year. You couple that with Brady McCullough, the wide receiver, and Ryan Crandall on the defensive end will keep everybody in check. Number 4 in the preseason top 10 from the Des Moines Register, it is Cedar Falls from Northeast Iowa. Great program up there. Coach Remmert does a really good job, and you know they're going to be back in a big-time way this season. At number 5 in the Register rankings, it is the Valley Tigers. We'll hear later here in the pregame show from Gary Swenson talking about his squad and a team that last year had struggles early on. Really improved throughout the course of the season. Played great in their playoff victory against Urbandale, but then their season came to a close, not on the field, but off of it, as they were not able to play their quarterfinal matchup against Dowling Catholic. A lot of disappointment, but made those offseason workouts, I think, that much more important for Valley as they come in to 2021. A lot of other good area schools around also with a chance to check in here to the rankings this season. I really like the squad that Coach Anderson has in Urbandale. I think the Jayhawks have a chance to be really good. Played a youngster at quarterback a season ago in Peyton Rottinghouse. He's back for his junior campaign. A lot of upside with him. They got a good wide receiver in Friedrichsen who will be back. And Jalen Ziegler, one of the fastest guys in Central Iowa. He's over there at the cornerback spot. He can make some big-time plays. Their rival up there in the northern suburbs, of course, the Johnston Dragons. They got a quarterback back in Jack Roots who comes back. He also will kick. He'll punt. He'll do a little bit of everything. They had the upset heard around the state a year ago as they beat Dowling Catholic. We'll see if they can build upon that this season. Blake Tubbs is back for another season at the running back spot. Saw some action last year as a sophomore. Really talented guy in that backfield for the Dragons. Ankeny Centennial, how about the Jaguars? Trey Porter, he can do a little bit of everything, plays both ways. Last year, the Jaguars maybe played as many sophomores as Coach Bizzetti ever has in his career. Those guys are now upperclassmen, expect to jump forward this year from the Jaguars. We go to Waukee, the two now Waukee schools. A big change this season, Waukee High and Waukee Northwest. Northwest basically brought the whole coaching staff with them to the new school from former Waukee High. Going to be a look there, going to be a change. Coach Baker takes over at Waukee coming in. A lot of new looks there. We'll see. On paper, have to think Northwest has a chance to take the big step forward here in year number one. And of course, you can't forget about the city schools. Is this the year that a city school finally upends somebody from the suburbs? A lot of people are pointing maybe to week 2 with Des Moines Roosevelt getting their opportunity against Waukee. A big possibility there. Roosevelt, they got a quarterback in a big-time way in Jamison Patton. They're going to be there. Of course, Hoover every single year. You know, they're going to be up for a fight. You look at Lincoln, a lot of good football being played also in the city schools. We'll see if this is the year that they can take a step forward. It's a different look. It's a different season, but it's still going to be hard-hitting football, and we'll have it here all season long for you on CISN TV. We'll take a quick timeout. Conversation with the coaches coming up next. We'll hear from the coaches from your game presented by Elite Eye Care. When we come back, it's Prep Preview on CISN TV presented by Fairway.
A business name is important, sure. For one, it's how we connect with you, find you, and do business with you. But what's behind the name matters more. Roshan Corporation of Iowa is now Graphite Construction Group. We're building offices, retail centers, tenant improvements, schools, and more. But the most important thing we build, our relationship with you. Let's get started on your construction project. Visit us at graphitegrp.com.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
If you plan to buy a franchise business or you're thinking of starting a new franchise, there's a lawyer right here in Central Iowa that can help you through the process. Rush Niggett of Brick Gentry Law PC has set up an affordable service to help individuals considering buying or starting a franchise business. Learn more online at rushonbusiness.com. Let Rush Niggett help you buy or start your franchise. Rush Niggett, the franchise lawyer with Brick Gentry Law PC. It's good to have Rush on your side.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does.
In 10 minutes or less, let Schottenkirk Chevy make you an offer on the spot for your vehicle regardless of make, model, condition, or value. With our early lease termination program, we can help you get out of your lease whether you bought from us or not. Click, call, or stop in to get an offer for your car in 10 minutes or less.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
back to Prep Preview on CISN TV. I'm Trent Condon as we get ready for our conversation with the coaches presented by Elite Eye Care. Up first, the Valley Tigers longtime head coach Gary Swenson here as we get ready for week 1 of the high school football season. Welcome back with our conversation with the coaches as we go to West Des Moines Valley and the Tigers as they get ready for another season. Longtime head coach Gary Swenson joining us here today as we get ready for the kickoff of the football season. Coach, we're going to take a look back and a look forward, but another year of challenges, but after 2020, got to feel a little bit more normal this season for you.
Well, it has been a much more routine start. I know we're not out of this pandemic, but it's been different this year. We're not the exposure and the response to exposure and the contact tracing and all of that stuff that we spent so much time on last fall. Right, wrong, or indifferent, we're not doing it right now. So that's allowed us to focus a little bit more on coaching and coaching football, which is what we want to be doing. So it's been a different start, more routine, which I'm not taking for granted now. I mean, it's been fun. So it's been good.
Coach, your season came to a close last season, not on the field, but off of it, as the game against Dowling Catholic in the playoffs was canceled and Dowling got to move on. Had to be just such a difficult end to the season. You guys were playing certainly your best football of the season at the end of the year. Take us back to that disappointment that week and leading up to the cancellation.
Well, it was just weird. It was so abrupt. We practiced all the way up till Thursday. And then with the positive cases that were showing up and as they started to contact trace the exposure, we had half our team that was going to be either quarantined because of exposure or illness. And we just couldn't even field a team. And it wouldn't have been fair to Dowling to not let them know where we were at. And at one point that day we were going to try and play. I told Brad Rose, our athletic director, I said, we're going to play this game. I don't care what we're left with. But, they at about 2:30 that afternoon, they said, we just can't do it. So we walked out on the practice field and had to relay that news to our team, which was not something you want to ever do. And it was just a tough way to end. We had been playing our best football. We'd gotten better and we had to. We just weren't very good at the start of the year. But as a coach, you hope your team is playing its best football at the end, and we were. So, the last month of that season, we really made a lot of progress. It was just unfortunate the way it had to end.
Well, a big piece of that was the improvement of your offensive line. You saw that growth happen throughout the course of the season. The good news for this year is you get a lot of those kids back. So starting up front, I know offensive line always important for what you guys do, and doesn't matter the level of football, offensive line always a big important part. But when you look at it this season, got to feel good to have that building block in front of you.
Oh, that's always where you'd like to start with your team. And we do have some players back that played. We went through some real growing pains at the start of that year, and we're not completely healthy up there this year, but at least we have some experience back, and we'll be getting a couple of kids back as we go. We're starting out the year just a little bit nicked up, but it's still good to have some experience back there. It all, Hank Lucas is our center, and he can really play all 5 positions. He's without question our best offensive lineman, and he kind of anchors that group for us, and we expect him to have a real solid season.
Your quarterback last year was kind of a back and forth with Rubley, who came in, then wasn't able to play. But I thought Mason did a really good job for you guys when he was in there. Now he's moving back and forth. You had him on one side of the football, then back to quarterback. Now strictly a quarterback for you guys?
He is. I thought he handled last year extremely well. I think it was the Waukee week when they finally ruled, Jake ineligible, and that was on a Thursday night. And we took Mason from safety and basically inserted him at quarterback with about 60 minutes of work. and he did the best he could. And then each week he got better, and he was playing really well at the end. He's just a smart kid, a tough kid, kind of a natural leader. The qualities you want in your quarterback, he's got them. He's not that Division I recruit. He's just a good high school athlete, real good basketball player. He's been a baseball player and just a tremendous student. So, you don't have to tell him things more than once. And he has a good feel for the game, and, he can improvise and extend plays, and he makes his teammates right at times with his decision making, and we're really excited about him.
Also got a good building block there with Eli Reardon back for his senior season. The tight end committed to play at Notre Dame. And I was talking to his dad, Scott, earlier in the week, and I said, he's built a lot differently than the rest of your Reardons. He's tall, but he's really athletic.
Yeah, he's probably our best athlete, both physically, just from a, size standpoint, but his skill level as well. He runs really well. He's one of the fastest kids on our team and has really good hands. If we can get it close, he's going to catch it. So we need him to play really well and have a big year. And obviously everybody we play knows that. So he's going to attract a lot of attention. It's just a matter of us being able to either use him as the focus of a play or as a diversion and try to create something for somebody else. But he can block and catch, so he can do it all.
Take us over to the defensive side of the ball, Coach, and talk about what the Tigers have over there. Drew Henderson had a nice season last year as a junior. Tell us about that 11 over on the other side of the football.
Well, Drew was the only player we returned with any significant playing time. So he's one of our inside linebackers, and he's really solid. He has a good understanding of what we're trying to do. He gets people lined up. He can tackle. He's probably got as good a hands as anybody on our team, and we'll use him a little bit offensively, but he's involved in almost every phase of the game for us. I think he's on almost every kick team, and as a linebacker, he'll have to kind of anchor things for us up front or in that front seven. So we expect and need him to have a great season, and I really like where he's at as well.
Coach, as you look at week one here, you guys have Waukee Northwest coming in. Waukee in general lost a lot. Now you got a second high school there. What's scouting been this week for Waukee Northwest?
Well, we're kind of operating on some assumptions, and that's dangerous, but that's all we have to go on. And that's based on the coaching staff, who is pretty much intact from Waukee High School. Most of those coaches went to the new building up at the Northwest campus. So I'm sure they're going to have some wrinkles that, the new head coach wanted to do. Now that he's in place, he can dictate some changes he would have liked to have seen offensively and defensively, but I don't expect to see a dramatic overhaul. I mean, they've been pretty consistent over the years, and they've been consistent because they've done well and they've been able to execute what they like to run. So that's what we've operated on, and we're just going to have to adjust to things that we weren't prepared for or hadn't seen. But that's every Friday night. Most teams come into every game with some wrinkles based off of what they've seen in scouting reports and what they want to try and expose in their opponent. And they're in the same boat, though. I mean, they know over the years what we like to do and what we've done well, and that's what they're preparing for. So both teams are going to have to be able to adapt on the fly here in the opener.
Looking forward to it. Gary Swenson with the Valley Tigers, another season in 2021. Coach, as always, enjoy the conversation, and I'm sure we'll be doing it a lot here throughout the fall.
All right. Thanks for having me.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordesmoines.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Guys, are you looking for an excuse to watch football all weekend long? Then schedule your vasectomy with the Urology Center of Iowa. The Urology Center of Iowa offers nitrous during your vasectomy, cutting-edge technology to help you relax during your procedure. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550 or online at iowauro.com. Vasectomies with the Urology Center of Iowa. And tell them you heard it on KXNO.
Our team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Minute out, I'm sorry. We're all gonna start sweating. How come you're in a long sleeve shirt? When it was cold? Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, I guess you're gonna talk about Dowling offense?
I could talk about
Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Firmware, Bowes in the Forest, Northwest Bank, and Catholic United Financial. Thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
And good evening and welcome to the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Mark Amadale joined by Matt Mandry and John Chido tonight as we get set for week 2 of the high school football season. It's Dowling Catholic in their home opener against Waukee Northwest, one of the newer schools in the CIML and in this Metro Conference. And gentlemen, can't do much better than last week. Came down on the final play, Dowling and Southeast Polk. The Maroons took it on the chin. Excellent play by Xavier Wampa, but tonight it's week 2, bounce back week. And the principal, Mr. Mandring, it's interesting week of practice, bounce back, getting ready for Waukee Northwest.
You know, they wanted to build off the momentum they had in the second half last week, and you're coming into a game where Waukee Northwest probably surprised a lot of people with their effort against Valley last week, and Carson Rankin had a nice ball game, and they're leading most of the game, and he goes 9 for 19, 150-some yards, and a couple long medium shots, getting touchdowns out there. Going to stress the Dowling defense a little bit. That secondary didn't get tested a whole lot last week, but the defense really played well throughout the night for the Maroons. That defensive front is looking really, really good as we go into the first part of the season here.
Sure, and of course Southeast Polk defeating Dowling 13-7 at Southeast Polk. Waukee Northwest in a shootout with Valley. The teams were tied going into overtime. They went into double overtime, and Waukee Northwest, John, went for 2. Didn't make it, and they lose by 1 to the Valley Tigers, who, by the way, are out at Southeast Polk tonight, so that should be interesting. But Waukee Northwest really coming out of the gates as a brand-new high school, came and played very well against Valley.
Yeah, they sure did, Mark. And both games ended on, a last play. Southeast Polk with the interception or the touchdown reception to end the game in the last seconds against Dowling. And then Waukee Northwest going for 2 and not being able to convert to end the game and to allow Valley to get the victory in that ball game. So 2 emotional games, and now you have both teams colliding with each other. Both those 2 teams came out at the losing end. Both are hungry for a win, so this should be very interesting from the get-go.
And Matt, Dowling's going to have to do it without their starting quarterback this season, Jackson Smolik, out for the regular season, we think, with the broken collarbone. And the senior Jake English taking over. He played the whole second half, led Dowling to that tying touchdown just under the 4-minute mark. But he's going to have to use his senior leadership and rally the troops offensively, as the Maroons were held to 1 touchdown last week.
Yeah, I saw Jackson, I believe it was on Tuesday, and he was in good spirits. And for a junior to have this happen at the onset of the season is quite a jolt. But he was in good spirits on Tuesday in school. Well, who wouldn't be at school, right? And, Jake, English is going to, he did a really solid job in the second half and led that offense down the field and put him in position, to give an opportunity to win a ball game. As the clock wound down, looking towards overtime. So, but the offensive line really improved their effort in the second half, and I think that's what we're going to see tonight.
They certainly did. Again, you're listening and watching the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV. Let's talk about the matchups. Johnny, we'll go with you. The Dowling offense against the Waukee Northwest defense. Waukee Northwest last week giving up 42 points to the Valley Tigers. It ended up being a shootout. By the way, Waukee Northwest played Valley right here, so this is their second straight week that they're here at Valley Stadium. Your thoughts on the Dowling matchup offensively versus Waukee Northwest defense?
Well, I think this week you're going to see right out of the get-go when Dowling has the ball, they're going to establish the run game. Last week they came out and spread Southeast Polk out and took 2 shots down the field. This week they're going to come, I think they'll come right out of the gate and they're going to try to run the football. In between the tackles with Cam Middleton, a lot of 2-back stuff. Get that opened up, get some confidence for Jake English, and then start throwing the short passes. Waukee Northwest runs that 4-3 defense. I think they have 1 returning starter, Ben Ryland, who's now moved to the middle. He's going to be a factor. They're going to have to be aware of where he's at on the field and make sure that he's accounted for. So that's my thoughts, how Dowling's going to attack Waukee.
Okay, Johnny will be on the sidelines tonight, on the Dowling sideline, giving us those report. Matt Manning, your thoughts on the Waukee offense against Dowling's defense, who you talk so much about. Waukee hanging their hat on Carson Rankin, their outstanding quarterback, who's a senior, and Tanner Spikesma, who played a lot last year. Long line of a good family in Waukee, the Spikesma family. He's had several brothers that played, and those are the 2 leading rushers for Waukee. Talk about that.
Yeah, the quarterback dynamic a little bit different this week. Jackson last week, not so much of a running threat. Now tonight with Rankin, you have that dual threat quarterback, and they're going to do a lot of, they'll do more of that read option. I think you're going to see tonight that we didn't see so much last week is they're going to spread everything out. They're going to go trips. They're going to go twins on one side. They're going to do a little bit of motion and then try to create some gaps on the inside for Spikesman to find some alleys in there and run. And so it's going to take a disciplined effort on that secondary, which is probably the least experienced part of that Dowling defense. And so it's going to take the pressure is going to have to come from that front 4, that front, so that they don't give Rankin a lot of time to throw the football and they keep him contained. And that's going to be the mission for the Maroons tonight.
All right, that'll wrap up our first segment here on the pregame show. Coming up, Dowling Catholic head football coach Tom Wilson in his 17th year. I caught up with him earlier this week, talk about tonight's matchup with Waukee Northwest. Along with Matt Mainring and John Chido, I'm Mark Amadale. Stay tuned for more here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
And welcome back to the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Mark Amadale now joined by head coach Tom Wilson of Dowling Catholic before tonight's game between Waukee Northwest and Dowling here at Valley Stadium. Coach, thanks for joining us, and it's good to see you again.
Yep, thanks, Mark.
What a game we had last week, Coach. Tough break for the Maroons in the final play. Southeast Polk the winner, 13-7, but a lot happened in that game. First half, second half, scoreless. I know one thing, Dowling defense really stood up. You had some kids come up and played hard. They were out there a long time on a very hot and humid night, and we'll kind of recap that a little bit. Your thoughts, and we'll start with the defensive side of the football.
Well, as you mentioned, I thought they were outstanding all night. I didn't think our offense was doing them any favors, and they were on the field a lot, and it seemed like the entire game was playing on one half of the field, and that wasn't a good thing for us. But, you know, they stayed strong, played terrific, gave us a chance, and kept fighting until the end.
Well, they certainly did, Coach. And I know in that game you had a young man get hurt. Your starting quarterback gets hurt. Your team rallied around him, it seemed like, as he got injured right before the half. And you know, how blessed are you to have a quarterback that has a lot of depth. And you had a senior backup. And I'll tell you what, Jake English came in, did a steady job, threw a touchdown pass, and kind of got the team fired up in the final 4 minutes and before the final play by Southeast Polk. But that was tough going against a very tough team to put a young quarterback in there.
Yeah, I thought Jake came in and did a great job. And to be honest with you, I'm not so sure Jackson didn't break that collarbone in the first series. And that tells you, what kind of kid he is. But, I thought Jake came in a tough situation. And, we were struggling at the line of scrimmage to really get things going. And, he hits Coop with the long pass, which did get us right back in the game. And in the second half, we were able to run the ball with a little bit more urgency. And I felt like, we were in pretty good position and wearing them down and felt good about it if we could go into overtime, but no such luck.
Well, it seemed like the game was played a lot between the 20s, Coach. Both teams had their opportunities and either turned it over or ended up with a turnover. But we'll start with Southeast Polk offense. Dowling defense stopped them time after time. And Matt Maynard and I were talking about, well, the defense has been out there a lot for Dowling. The offense has to get something going to give them a break. But they just kept coming up with plays the more they were out there.
Yeah, I agree with you. The offense needed to do something, but it's a team game. And as you mentioned, we had our opportunities. We threw the interception in the red zone, and that obviously hurt. But, our defense with the weapons that they have, and obviously a Division I quarterback and 2 5-star guys, and, the tailback rushed for a lot of yards a year ago and is a really fast kid. And, they've got other weapons, and I really felt like we held up very well.
Well, Coach, if you could pin down a player of the game on offense and defense. We talked about a lot of kids, but on offense, our offensive line did a steady job. They were up against probably one of the top defensive lines and linebackers you're going to face. And for being a group led by Gabe Carey at your right guard, your senior co-captain, they stood up pretty well, especially in that fourth quarter when you started banging away and starting getting 5-10 yards of crack.
Yeah, and Gabe Carey's the one guy that has experience, and I thought that showed. I thought, we showed our inexperience at other times. But, I thought English came in, as we've talked about, and did an admirable job in a tough situation. And when you score 7 points, there's not many offensive highlights. And I think that was one of them that was certainly a plus.
Defensively, I think players of the game, you got a number of them. Jalen Pettis, Chase Patton up front, Cody Hikas, and Carson Hagan, who was you rotate a lot on that defensive line, which you're blessed to have 2 deeps there. Carson had a couple big sacks in that contest, especially in the fourth quarter. And that kind of, kept that defense motivated. I know they were tired, but that kept them motivated throughout the game.
I thought the defense just kept coming. And we do rotate a lot of guys in there on the defensive line. And I thought that entire defensive line did really an outstanding job. And it was good to see Hagan grow up some in that ball game. He's kind of a guy that rotates in. Pettis was Pettis, and we think he's pretty special. I think he proved it against some pretty good linemen.
Well, kids play their first varsity football game. One of them your left tackle, Kyle Rockers. The other one, your left corner, Joe Reed, a soccer guy who played some football in the Catholic Football League and came out. Your thoughts on their first varsity experience in a big show, number 1 versus number 2 last Friday?
Well, I think Reed made a couple of plays and is a physical kid, and they really didn't challenge him that much one-on-one. But he did perform pretty well, and I think Rockers would tell you that he was kind of deer in the headlights early and started settling in some. But he's going to be a really good player, and we'll look back probably at some point in time and laugh about this ball game and how he got his baptism fairly quickly against Southeast Polk. But it's a growing experience really for all of those guys up front, and I think Kyle would tell you it was for him, and hopefully we just continue to get better each and every week.
This is with head coach Tom Wilson of Dowling Catholic before tonight's game between Dowling and Waukee Northwest here at Valley Stadium. It'll be game number 2 for both teams looking for their first victory. We'll take a break, come back with more here on the Coaches Show on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone.
And welcome back to the pregame show.
Find your doctor at mercyone.org. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951.
Hey, Jeff, how did that sound?
Hey, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
I'll try to get whatever you say corrected.
It's for the kids and their future.
And welcome back to the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV as we simulcast tonight's game. Dowling and Waukee Northwest here at Valley Stadium, week number 2. And, Coach, you're taking on a team that's, it's Waukee that was split. Both Waukee schools have 2 starters back on each side. We'll see Waukee later on this year. But Waukee Northwest, the Wolves, they have 2 starters back, and they played one heck of a game. Went to double overtime, losing to the Valley Tigers 42-41. So coached by Corey Kapatich. His dad, Tom, was a coach at Dowling at one time back in the 70s before he went on. And they're trying to make their own tradition right now. And talk about, what do you know about this Northwest team other than you have a game film on them against Valley?
Right, and that's really what we go on. Obviously, we've competed against Corey in the past. He was the defensive coordinator for Waukee for the last several years, and much of that staff is kind of the same that's been brought over. Obviously, there were a few changes, but I thought they played a great game against Valley a week ago, and honestly had a play called to where it looked like it had a chance, and it got knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So it was a really tight game. Good quarterback, good running back. Both of those guys are bigger, physical kids, and defensively they've got Eli Moses is a 5 technique that plays really hard. I think D-line wise they're pretty good, and it's a good football team for it being new and not having a lot of experience back.
Yeah, some of the players on this Waukee Northwest team played a little bit last year. They weren't starters. They'd come in and be complimentary players. And you mentioned one on the running back, Spikesma, who has a lot of experience. Matter of fact, I think he's the last Spikesma going through Waukee because you've run into his brothers, I think, earlier. And then on defense, Ben Ryland, he's a defensive tackle. He wears single number and number 9, and he's always around the football, and he's one of the returning starters.
He was a defensive end a year ago, and they've moved him inside. He's a bigger body. I think he's fairly heavily recruited and is a good player. And so, between him and Moses, they present a challenge to us. I thought their linebackers played a nice game as well last week. So really most of their kids that you'll hear their name called, a lot of those kids are wrestlers that were on that wrestling team that was really good for Waukee this past year. So we know that they're tough physical kids.
Head coach for Dowling this week. Obviously, you're going with a new starter at quarterback, Jake English. So you'll have a new backup available. But talk about the Dowling offense versus this Waukee defense. You mentioned they run a 4-3 defense. Talk about that matchup.
Oh, we have to be able to run a ball, and you know, that's really what we've hung our hat on. And anytime you get a quarterback that is not experienced, his best friend could be a good running game, because that sets everything else up. So first and foremost, we're going to have to be able to do that. Jake, you know, we'll give him an opportunity to make some plays, but he's got players on the outside that hopefully can help him out a little bit. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, it's a little bit different style than what we planned on playing, but a lot of that was built around Jackson and what we thought we could do with him in the game, and we have to adjust a little bit and try to take advantage of what our strengths are.
And obviously, Dowling defense, if they have another performance like last week, that'll give Waukee fits. But they have a new quarterback, a senior quarterback, Carson Rankin, a 6', 205 senior, and he's going to lead that Waukee offense. Talk about what the Dowling defense has to do with what Waukee presents on offense.
Really, it revolves around the quarterback and the running back, and as I mentioned earlier, they're tough physical kids, and they do some read stuff where, you know, that makes it difficult because you can't focus on just one. It's going to be both of them, and you know, they hit a couple of long pass plays a week ago as well, so they're capable of doing that. So you know, the best way to combat that is owning the line of scrimmage, and hopefully we've got the kids that can do that and do it for 4 quarters and finish that thing off.
Coach Wilson, thanks for joining us here on the pregame show. Best of luck tonight against Waukee Northwest. We'll catch up with you at halftime and during the postgame.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Tom Wilson has been my guest here on the pregame show. It's Dowling and Waukee Northwest here at Valley Stadium in week 2 of the high school football season. Both teams looking for their first win after losing last week. This is Mark Hamadale. We'll be back with more. Matt Mandring, John Chad will rejoin me here at Valley Stadium, here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Johnny, I need a mic check from you.
That's a great guy, right on.
And we're back here at
Valley
Stadium here in West Des Moines alongside Matt Mandring. I'm Mark Hamadale as we continue our pregame shows. Dowling and Waukee Northwest. We'll take a look at some other games going on in the Central Iowa in Class 5A football tonight, and another great matchup going on besides the Valley involving the Valley Tigers. It's 5th-ranked Valley at number 1 Southeast Polk, 2nd-ranked Ankeny at Ankeny Centennial, and number 6 Johnston at number 8 Urbandale. Other games going on: Roosevelt's at Waukee, and in Class 4A, Fort Dodge is at Ames. North is at Des Moines East. Norwalk is at Des Moines Lincoln, that game at Hutchins Stadium. Des Moines Christian's at Hoover. Mason City is at Spencer. Marshalltown is at Waterloo East. And Ottumwa is at Fairfield. So that's a look at some of the games tonight across the Class 5A in high school football. We'll take a break from Valley Stadium, come back with more after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV.
Holt Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some Maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
I'm here.
Okay.
I got to change my batteries, Mark.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, West Des Moines, as the national anthem just got done being played, and we got a beautiful night. Matt Mandring, 30 degrees cooler than last week, 105 degrees, heat index in the shade. Tonight, 75 degrees. Very well, humidity up there at 80%, but much better conditions for the players tonight and the announcers.
Much more comfortable, much more comfortable. You know, it's always fun to look down the field on a pregame like this, and you see the entire band out there and the cheerleaders and everybody else. And, you know, we talk about Friday football nights as more than just a football game. We've got probably, you know, it looks like about 700, 600 kids in the stands and a couple hundred on the field right now, and that's what it's all about. And it's the debut for the band tonight, too.
That's right. They've been practicing hard just as much as anyone else, any other event and activities at the school. And what a dandy. Dowling and Valley and Waukee Northwest had a chance to visit with Coach Wilson last night while we were out watching the freshman game. Coach Wilson has his son, last son, Trey, playing. And I look at this facility and say, my goodness, nice little bowl, nice colors, blue and white. And what a beautiful facility they have out there on the northwest side of Waukee.
Yeah, they've really got a nice place out there, and you talk about modern and everything else, and then you come to Valley Stadium, it looks pretty nice too, and those kids won't know if they go to college and play anywhere. It's nothing nicer than what they got right now in a lot of places, but it is good, and it's good for the kids and the programming and everything else.
All right, let's go down to this Dowling sideline, and that's where John Chido is at. And Johnny, give us a report as we start this game off here in a few minutes.
Well, it's not as warm as it was last week, that's for sure. So the temperatures are a heck of a lot better. You won't see a lot of guys cramping up like you did, getting exhausted so quick with that heat last week. So totally different environment for that. No wind. So it's going to be interesting how both teams come out, considering both are coming off a loss from last week, and you want to get away. You want to get right after it and get going quick. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's take a look at the starters tonight. We'll start with Dowling Catholic. The head coach is Tom Wilson in his 17th year, 172 wins, 26 losses in his time at Dowling. And the Maroons will start at left tackle, Kyle Rockers. Number 75, he's a sophomore, 6'3", 250. The left guard is Carlos Navarro. Navarro, a 6 foot, 255-pound senior. He'll wear number 72. At center, Ryan Bagenstos. Bagenstos wears number 78, a 6 foot, 245-pound senior. And the right guard is the captain, Gabe Carey. He'll wear number 68, a 6 foot, 230-pound senior. And the right tackle is George Nahas, 6'4", 260-pound junior. And so it's Rockers, Navarro, Bagenstos, Carey, and Nahas on the Dowling offensive line. The tight end is Jalen Thompson. He's a 6'4" junior, weighs 225 pounds. He'll wear number 88. Tonight, Drew Winget, who was the other tight end that played last week, number 5, a 6'4", 215-pound senior. He's out with an ankle injury. And Caden Saunders, what they call him, the jack of all trades, a master of them all. Yeah. Caden will go from fullback to linebacker. Well, tonight he's going to be the backup tight end. He wears number 36, a 5'9", 200-pound senior. Skill positions for Dowling, Cooper Nicholson, a junior. He'll wear number 8, a 5'10", 170 pounds, along with Andrew Bliss, number 80, a 5'10", 165-pound senior. They're the two flankers. The split ends will be Carson Brown, a 6'2", 175-pound senior, wearing number 17. And Bo Gamble, a 6'3", 170-pound junior. He'll wear number 12. The fullbacks are Cale Gokenauer, one of the other seniors on the offense. He'll wear number 32. And he's a 6 foot, 205-pound senior. And the quarterback tonight will be the senior Jake English. He's replacing Jackson Smolik, the junior, who was injured last week with a collarbone injury against Southeast Polk. So English gets a start, 6'1", 200-pound senior. He'll be backed up by Dante Cataldo. Cataldo wears number 2, a 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore. We're going to take a break as the teams have made their way on the field. The captains are at midfield for the coin toss. But first, we're going to get a word from actually our halftime guest, who is also our pregame spokesperson, Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, along with our pregame prayer from Father Ryan Andrew. Along with Matt Mandring, I'm Mark Amadale. John Chido on the Dowling sideline. We'll take a break and be back with the kickoff. It's Dowling and Waukee Northwest, week 2 of the high school football season on this Friday night, September 3rd, 2021. West Des Moines. Alongside Matt Mendring, I'm Mark Amadale as we get set for week 2 of the high school football season. It's Dowling taking on the Waukee Northwest Wolves, and a brand new school in the CIML, and congratulations, they're in 5A. Matt, they get to be here at the top class in Class 5A in their first year, and 2 starters return. Waukee last year, who before they split, had 4 starters come back. 2 went to Waukee Northwest. The other 2 went to Waukee High School, who Dowling will see later in the year. But both teams, have a mixture of players that played a lot, and this will be no different. And we saw last week Waukee Northwest under first-year head coach Corey Kopatich. He was the defensive coordinator last year for Waukee High School. He and his dad, who actually coached me at freshman football at Dowling back in the 70s, that was one of his stops before he made the Catholic tour in eastern Iowa. Tom Kopatich, head freshman coach there at Waukee, and he's down there on the sideline with his son across the way.
So he could coach you up? Coach you up?
Yeah, they all tried. It didn't work. It didn't work.
You know, you have a new school start, and you can't say it's really it is a new program, but it's got a lot of familiar faces on the sideline and kids on the field, and so there's, it's natural to have, not too big of a drop off, but to see what they did last week was really surprising and had to build their confidence quite a bit. And the Maroons going to have their hands full tonight, and 2 good teams going at it, and this is good high school football again.
It certainly is. John Chido's on the Dowling sideline tonight, the near side. We're all under shade. We got some clouds going on here in central Iowa. They're saying maybe a shower may be brief, but hopefully not too long. And John, give us a report. It looks like Waukee Northwest won the toss and look like they're going to kick off, and Dowling defending the south end zone here, John.
Yeah, so Dowling right away gets a chance to start on offense, get that running game established, which they weren't able to do last week. That offense line needs to get going and go on a long drive and try to run in between the tackles, get Jake English some confidence, and hopefully start completing some of the short passes. They can open a lot of things from there.
Yeah, it'll be a good test for the offensive line tonight for Dowling, Matt, as we're going to see the Waukee defense, the Waukee Northwest defense here early as it'll be Andrew Cork kicking off as Waukee Northwest, and they're all white uniforms with blue numbers and trim kicking it off, and Dowling Catholic will receive, and we're underway. Here's a kickoff returned by Dowling, and I believe that was C.J. Phillip. Yep. The sophomore returns across the 30 to 35. Nice job of catching that on the run on a short kick.
He did, and you can tell Coach Meeks has him schooled up because he put that ball away right away, had it tucked up tight, and Dowling offense going to start in a good spot there, and it's going up against Ben Ryland, who's just a man down there at 6'4", 250, and Eli Moses, who Coach mentioned in the pregame, two strong men up front that Dowling offense going to have to contend with.
Yeah, Ryland, returning starter, wearing number 9, handoff right up the gut on first down, and Dowling gets a couple yards up to about the 37-yard line from the 34. So pick up a 3 to bring up second down 7 here, Matt.
You know, and for Cam Middleton, kind of had a slow start last week, and we were joking about it in the hallway earlier this week, and now slow start, and we're going to get going in the first half, and you can see there he had a nice strong run and behind that offensive line.
Yeah, he certainly did. Second down and 7 for the Maroons, just underway. Dowling going right to left, south to north. Give is to the tailback. First down yardage up across the 39-yard line is the Maroon tailback. Nice job there, and that was a nice run that time by, I believe, Cam Middleton again, because they start interchanging Middleton, and they'll do that with C.J. Phillip, but Middleton gets the first down at the 45 they spotted, gain of 8.
Yeah, running towards Rockers and Navarro there, and the crease opened up, and Cam squared his shoulders up and got the first down.
All right, Jake English, the quarterback, on play action, fires the ball near side, and that is caught by Carson Brown. He's got some room, slips the tackle inside the 45, down near the 41-yard line of Waukee Northwest.
Jed Barth on the tackle for Waukee. Nice pitch and catch there. Carson Brown wide open and gets the ball tucked away and scrambles forward for another Maroon first down.
Dowling with the first down at their Waukee Northwest 41-yard line. Pick up a 9 yards for Carson. Maroons with 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And a read option, and a pass is fired out. Quick out pass right there to the right side of the formation. And that is the tight end that time for Dowling, Jalen Thompson with the catch.
You know, he ends up getting the drop on that,
and
so
he lost it.
Yeah, it's incomplete, and you know, looking for that consistency from Jalen Thompson. That's going to be what we need from him. You know what the Maroons need from him as they move forward. But you see, the run game has set up the pass game for the Maroons in this first series.
Looks like same formation, 2 receivers to the left, Carson Brown, and now a penalty flag down. That's usually procedure, and let's get the call from our referee tonight. And they'll back the Maroons up 5 yards, back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 5, Matt.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a head start, and when you get Ben Ryland over top of you, you're looking for any edge you can get, and looked like just a little bit of a quick start there by Gabe Carey as the offensive line fired out just a little too quick.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jake English at quarterback. He's got Middleton in the backfield. And a throw, a lateral pass to the right side. Pass is caught, slipping a tackle, and knifing forward, and that is, I think, Cooper Nicholson. And he gets across to about the 44-yard line. Not a big pickup, maybe a 2. Let's see where they spot him down. Right at the 43.
Chase Lamb for Waukee Northwest Wolves. He got out there pretty quick on that quick little split screen on there and got that stopped up for a little gain.
All right, it'll bring up 3rd down and long for Dowling. 3rd and 12. As we're just underway here in the first quarter, no score, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. English with an empty backfield, back to throw, sets up, fires right side. The ball is knocked down to the line of scrimmage, incomplete, tipped by one of the linemen, and he almost fell on top of it, and that was the young man you talked about, Eli Moses, 6'2", 220-pound junior defensive end, making the knockdown for Waukee Northwest.
These defensive linemen today at the high school level are so well coached. I mean, right there, he wasn't going to get to the quarterback. Jake English has a good drop and fires it out, and he gets his hands up and knocks it down. He knew he wasn't going to get there, so good play by the Wolves.
After Carson Brown picked up the first down, the Maroons go without any movement. Now the punt by Cole, and he gets it off the side of his foot, angling towards the far sideline, and it bounces inside the 35 and stays in bounds, and Maroons will down it right around the 23-yard line. So that's for Waukee Northwest. Will take over 1st and 10 for the Wolves at their own 23-yard line with 9:50 remaining. First quarter, no score, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline, and that is where John Chido is at. John?
Well, Mark and Matt, you know, Dowling started out running the football, established the run game a little bit, inside the tackles, had some success, and then the self-inflicting penalties. When you get stuck in 2nd and 15 behind the chains, it makes it tough to convert that first down, and that's what happened.
All right, on first down, Waukee Northwest out of their formation and move right up the middle. They give it to their outstanding tailback we talked about. Spikesman takes it up for a first down. They're going to call it right across the 35 up near the 37 there, Matt.
Good play, right up the gut there for Waukee Northwest, and Spikes might had a lot of room to run, and there's got to be a little more pressure up front from those linebackers.
All right, and here's the end around. Now the halfback pass. They're going to throw it downfield. He got a man open, but he overthrew him. Incomplete. Hayden Huntley was the intended receiver as the young man out of the backfield, Sam Johnson, who also happens to be the backup quarterback, made that halfback pass incomplete.
Yeah, he overthrew Hayden Huntley by just a little bit, and it was wide open. I mean, they had gone up to the pressure, and the play had been designed perfectly, just overthrew him and caught the Dowling defense a little bit off guard there. Now, so we get 2nd and 10.
Second down 10 for Waukee Northwest from their own 37-yard line. Back to throw is Rankin. Fires the ball near side. The pass is caught and run out of bounds just across the 45-yard line. Be shy of the first down and bring up 3rd and short for the Waukee Northwest Wolves.
Huntley looks, Rankin looks really poised back there. He stood tall in the pocket and got that out quick, and as Northwest does a hurry up here.
So it's 3rd and 2, 3 receivers to the right. Now they do a check with me to the Waukee Northwest sideline. Does quarterback Carson Rankin, 6'2", 205, and now we've got a timeout called by Waukee Northwest. We'll take a break with 9:20 remaining first quarter. No score, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. From Valley Stadium in West Des Moines, you're listening and watching tonight's high school football game here on Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, 3rd and 2, and now Waukee Northwest going for it, and they're not going to get it. They forced the quarterback to go right, and they turned around, and he went left, and he lost a couple yards, and will bring up 4th down and maybe about 4 here, Matt Maindring, as the Dowling defense overwhelmed that certain play for Waukee Northwest.
They had a set play they were running out of this trips formation to the right, and they have 3 receivers running 3 different patterns off that, and whether or not they're going to try and rub the Dowling defenders, and Dowling picked it up perfectly. Rankin didn't have any place to go with it, and had to eat it back there and take the loss.
All right, Waukee Northwest will be forced to punt. Chase Lamb will be the snapper, number 32. He'll snap to Andrew Cork, who does all the kicking for Waukee Northwest. High end over end kick fielded by Cooper Nicholson for Dowling near side at the 25. Tries to turn the corner, is run out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Dowling offense will start 1st and 10 with 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining first quarter. No score between Dowling and Waukee Northwest. And let's go down to the Dowling sideline. That is where John Chido is at tonight. Johnny?
Well, guys, what did you think of the halfback pass there? That was a nice call at that time. The receiver's wide open, but just overthrown a little bit.
I think we saw that a lot.
That was 6 points. There's no doubt about it.
I think we saw that a lot in Sheldon, Iowa back in the day.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I thought so. All right, 1st down Maroons. Thank you, John, for that report. Jake English, inside handoff and turning the corner and breaking a tackle and more. And that is the flanker that time, going right to left. Number 30 for the Maroons. Nice run that time. He got outside, and that's Phillip.
Yeah.
He did a nice job. Carried that football tightly to his body, and that's all Coach Meeks right there. He teaches that. 37-yard line is where they're going to spot him down.
You know, they set up in that strong formation to the right, to the wide side of the field, and come back and run it to the short side. Kind of one of those Dowling staples where they like to use that short side of the field.
Pickup of 6, and now they'll run near side again, and they keep the football, and that is a special package that time. Dante Cataldo comes in and picks up the 1st down, gets around left end as they get the backup quarterback some reps.
You know, one thing, Mark, have we seen this much in the last 7 years since I've been here? Dual quarterbacks?
No.
We haven't seen that very much, have we?
No, haven't. And Cataldo picks up 8 yards and a first down for the Maroons. English back in there. They'll flip-flop the tight end. Pistol formation for the Maroons. English and the inside handoff, and that goes to the tailback. And slicing down there is Cam Middleton, and he goes across the 45 up to about the 47-yard line.
What Dowling's doing right now is they're kind of counting heads. You know, they've run the ball consistently now to the short side of the field 3 times in a row with some success, and they're lining up with that strength, and Waukee adjusts to it. And if you count the guys on the short side of the field right now, there's only 5 guys over here. So you take numbers, and that's what Dowling's doing, is playing numbers game right now.
All right, 2nd and 8 Maroons on their own 47. No score. Back to throw and play action as English fires it out near side. Caught by Carson Brown. He's in Waukee Northwest territory, and he'll spot him down at the 48 of the Wolves, and he'll be shy of the first down.
Good throw by Jake English out there to Carson, and sets him up for the 3rd and decent yardage. You know, so it's good catch by Carson as he starts to build his confidence at that receiving position, and that's an important thing going down the stretch. Who's going to be that threat on the edge for them in the passing game?
Maroons work out of the shotgun formation, and here's English with it, and he bounces off a tackle. He picks up the first down. Jake went over left guard and tackle, found a seam, and then kept his legs moving and picked up the first down at the Waukee Northwest 41-yard line to pick up a 7.
You know, how much did we talk about the lack of Jake English not being, not a running quarterback, and I'm sure Waukee Northwest was thinking that all week too. And he says I can run the football.
Maroons are going a little up-tempo here. 6:50 remaining, first quarter, no score. Dowling and Waukee Northwest territory here. Dowling going right to left or south to north here at Valley Stadium. Here's the inside handoff. That's Middleton, and he tries to get the corner turn. Penalty flag down, and that's the first penalty of the ball game as check that C.J. Phillip was the ball carrier. He and Middleton share that position, and we'll get the call here.
Yeah, that flag was thrown in that area where it looks like it could be holding against the offense, which it is.
That'll back up the Maroons 10 yards. Our officials tonight, Brian Gibson is our referee from Ankeny. Matt Stiles, the umpire from Johnston. Ross Jensen, the head linesman from Johnston. John Bergman is a line judge from Urbandale, and Scott Tryon, the back judge from Adel. It'll back the Maroons back to their own territory, to their own 46-yard line on the 10-yard holding call. So it'll bring up 1st and 23 for the Maroons. And now English on the give, and that is to C.J. Phillip. He's trying to bounce around and finally brought down. Little or no gain there. He couldn't turn the corner, and some pretty good linebackers met him head on there, Matt, for Waukee, including Aiden Barady, the 5'11 junior, number 52.
Yeah, and Chase Lamb is in there again, the sophomore, 6'3 sophomore from Waukee, and they're doing a really good job of rallying to the football up there.
So for Dowling, it'll be 2nd and 23. They fire it out. It's caught by Nicholson. Nice catch that time by Cooper Nicholson, and he's shy of the first down. He's actually back to maybe the original line of scrimmage and knock him out of bounds at the Waukee Northwest 42.
That's really what you want right there, is get, it's second and 20, get 10 of them back, and now it gives you not really a too manageable, but it is 3rd and 10, so you can sit there and you got a shot here.
12-yard catch that time for Nicholson. Will bring up 3rd and 11 for Dowling. Back to throw is English. Now wants to run. Runs to the near sideline, and he's finally drugged down from behind. Gained a yard, and they'll put him down at the 41-yard line and bring up 4th down for Dowling, 4th and about 10 yards.
Aiden Barady there got English as he escaped the pocket, didn't find an opening, and decided to take it down and run with it, but Barady chased him down, gets the stop, so it leaves with a 4th and 10.
So English a gain of 1, and Dowling will bring in their punting unit. That'll be John Cole. He'll stand back at his own 45. Cole gets away. And will be fielded by Waukee Northwest right inside their 18-yard line. Nice catch that time by Tristan Grubb, and that's where the Waukee Northwest offense will start, 1st and 10, right around their own 17-yard line with 5:40 remaining here in the first quarter. No score, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. From Valley Stadium, let's go down to the Dowling sideline. That is where John Chido is at.
Well, you saw Dante Cataldo get in there with that quarterback stretch, gets you a little bit dynamic in that quarterback position with his speed, and then Jake English being able to run the ball in between the tackles. And then, once again, Mark and Matt, the penalty sets them back behind the chains.
Yeah, that 10-yard holding penalty didn't help Dowling inning, and now the Wolves rather have the football, and they keep it on the ground. They get maybe up to the 20-yard line for a pickup of 3 to bring up 2nd and 7 there, Matt.
Rankin on the keeper there and trying to sneak up inside, and did squeeze out a couple yards. 3 yards for Waukee up the middle. The defense tightened up. That front four for Dowling of Hikas, Pettis, Patton, and company, Weber and Reed in those cornerback or linebacker positions are really tough to run against up front.
All right, here is Rankin and the inside handoff. And that's their tailback, Tanner Spikesma, who got 14 yards in his first carry tonight. That is only his second carry after Waukee Northwest put the ball in the air, and Spikes would try to turn the corner, gets a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Wolves on their own 21-yard line.
Joe Hughes didn't get the tackle on that play, but he was out there and forced it back inside from his edge position.
All right, they'll keep it on the ground. Quarterback Rankin will keep it, and he's hit and dropped across the 25, up near the 26-yard line. It'll be close to a first down, but I think maybe just a bit short. And it'll bring up 4th, and there may be a measurement coming up here, Matt.
It looks like they might measure it. Looks a little short, but it's, yeah.
And Brian Gibson, the referee's kind of looking. They're going to give it to him.
Yeah, they don't measure too much anymore.
All
the lines are straight.
All the lines are straight, like when you coaches used to do it with the chalk. Now these are all field turf.
Yeah, a little more reliable, I suppose.
I want to thank Ashworth Vision, along with Construction Professionals and Dental Associates, for sponsoring our games here on Iowa Catholic Radio Network, and of course the folks at CISN.TV as we simulcast with them. 1st and 10, Waukee Northwest from their own 27-yard line. Rankin the give to the tailback, Spikesman. Tanner over the left side, and maybe a yard or two as he gets up to about the 28-yard line.
Good pressure up front there for the Maroons from that defensive front. That time it was looked like. It looked like almost like it might be Owen Weber on that side of the football right there as they start to rotate guys. You see Carson Hagen's in there now with Pettis as well, so they start to rotate some of that front four. They have a little bit of luxury in having some depth there, do the Maroons, and the ability to do that.
All right, 2nd and 9 for Waukee Northwest. Rankin, and he'll give it to an inside handoff. Penalty flag down. That Spikes were trying to get outside the edge. He does. He's down the near sideline and finally knocked out of bounds by Dowling's Blake Anderson. But this is all coming back. Penalty on the line of scrimmage. And a good run that time by Waukee Northwest. But the Maroons will take advantage of this penalty. And
yeah, they run that stretch play. I mean, you could probably see it on the replay, but they had a hold there in the middle of the field. And
that'll wipe out a 25-yard gain by Spikesman.
Waukee is running a lot of, they're trying to run in between the tackles quite a bit and get after that defensive front. We'll see if they give it a call here.
Put the ball inside the 18-yard line. So Waukee, the Northwest, as we're not getting the sound from the referee's mic tonight, that always helps when we can do that. So it'll bring up 2nd and 19. And now here's Rankin, quarterback draw. He runs the left side, and he's hit and finally brought down about the 22-yard line. He gained about 4 of those yards back. It'll bring up 3rd and half a mile. 3rd and about 16 for Waukee Northwest.
Adam Townsend there is one that's mirroring the quarterback, and with Rankin, you want to have someone's got to be assigned to him all the time because some things are going to be designed for that, some things are going to be designed throw, but you always got to have your eyes on him and have someone sitting there mirroring him.
3rd and 15, they call it. Waukee with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rankin on play action, fires it up, and he throws in a double coverage. The pass is incomplete. The intended receiver, Hayden Huntley, who was our leading receiver last week. And a lot of contact, but nothing called as the ball was overthrown, and he threw into double coverage that time, did Rankin.
Yeah, he threw it. And you say, well, the guy went down, but there's 2 Dowling defenders there, and everyone's looking for the football, and their feet get tangled up, and the ball was overthrown by a ways.
So that'll bring up 4th down for Waukee Northwest. 2:46 remaining. First quarter, no score between Dowling Catholic and Waukee Northwest on a much cooler Friday night for week 2 of the high school football season. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring here in the booth. Down on the Dowling sideline is John Chido, as Waukee Northwest has everybody out there but their punter right now. Now we've got a delay. I think they have stopped the clock. 2:46 remaining, and officials now have not signaled for ready yet. I mention our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Kemen, Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Northwest Bank. We appreciate all they do. Here's the snap and the punt by Andrew Cork. Rolls near side. Nicholson lets it go. Takes a Waukee roll, and it goes all the way down inside the 30 of Dowling, and they'll down it right at the 27. So the Maroons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line with 2:31 remaining here in the first half.
I think they're going to call a first touch up at the 38. So they are going to move the ball up the field as it hit the Waukee defender going down the field.
So Dowling will have the ball at one of those two spots, and let's go down to the Dowling sideline. That's where John Chido is at, Johnny.
Yeah, Matt's absolutely right. One of the Waukee players did hit the ball, or it touched the ball at the 38, and that's what the discussion is, and it should be marked back at the 38.
Officials are working that out right now, Brian Gibson's crew. And John Chido, hey, what's your thoughts on the Dowling offense? Right now it's between the 20s. These two teams have played right now, and both offense and defensive lines are doing a lot of battle, but nobody has been able to pop the big one.
Yeah, they just got to stay away from the penalties, Mark. They're running the ball successfully and getting good chunks of yards, 3-4 yards a pop in the short routes, but when you get 3rd and 15, 2nd and 15, there's not much in this offense that you have in the playbook, especially when those safeties can now loosen up, and you can't beat them over the top.
All right, thank you, John, for that report. Eli Moses, Ben Ryland, Aiden Barady, and Isaac Tim, the front four for Waukee Northwest on defense. Linebackers are Griffin Gamble, outstanding wrestler. He wears number 10. Chase Lamb and Harry Lynham. Cornerbacks, St. John Smith and Kinnick Smith, and Tristan Grubb and Jed Barth, the safeties. Now, English, a little pop pass near side. It's caught out of bounds for the Maroons, and that's a short gain that time for Dowling by Cale Kokenauer. His first, touch of the year, but he's that extra guard that Coach Wilson likes to employ.
Yeah, we were talking about it this week. I said, Cale, you going to get a touch this week? He says there might be a little pass out of the backfield.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go. You got it. And you got about a 7-yard gain, they'll call it, on the reception. So it's 2nd and 7. Handoff, and that's Cam Middleton. Cam breaks a tackle outside the 50, still on his feet, gets outside the numbers, still on his feet, got a first down and more down to the 35-yard line of Waukee Northwest. That was good movement by Cam. He found the original hole, then he bounced it outside when the linebackers came up. Then the safety came up, and he moved outside the numbers and gained extra yards.
We got a late flag. I don't know where this – we'll have to wait and see what this flag is. But the great thing about look at face mask Dowling.
Face mask on the Maroons, so that'll wipe everything off.
I wonder
Maroons headed all the way down the Northwest 34, Matt.
I wonder if they called that on Cam Middleton with the stiff arm there. I'd have to see the replay. Very odd that you would get that call on a run like that, but it might have been Cam grabbing the face mask on the run. You can see the replay
and we are watching
now here as he gets out there. And let's see if he gets some face mask.
Yeah, he got caught up with the face mask of the defender for Waukee Northwest. So that puts the ball back to the Dowling 44-yard line. Johnny hit the nail on the head. Penalties have wiped out big plays for both teams in this first half. 2:08 remaining here in the first quarter, no score. Dowling in a pistol formation. English hands it off to Middleton. He's stacked up and no gain, and the line of scrimmage remained the 44-yard line.
There's that, we've said that name before, Ben Ryland, 6'4", 250 senior for Waukee Northwest. And if you don't get your hands on him, you don't get a shoulder into him, you're not going to move him. And he shed the blocker and was able to get right to Cam behind the line of scrimmage.
So the Maroons have to give up 21 yards via the penalty on the offensive face mask. And now it'll bring up 3rd down and call it 5 for Dowling Catholic. Ball on the 44-yard line. Maroons going right to left. Here's English back to throw. Fires near side. And he just led his intended receiver, Cooper Nicholson, a little too much, and will bring up 4th down on the incompletion.
He had to get rid of it a little quick. He had some pressure coming up the field there and felt like he needed to release it a little quicker than I think he wanted to. He didn't get his feet set and put it out there in front of Cooper.
All right, John Cole will be in to do the punting for Dowling. He had 8 punts last week for a 35-yard average. And back deep for Waukee Northwest is Tristan Grubb, number 4. Here's a snap by Hagan. Gets it away. End over end kick. Bounces inside the 30. Picked up by Grubb, and he's hit and dropped. There'll be no return. It'll be first down Waukee Northwest from their own 20-yard line with a minute 13 remaining here in the first quarter. No score here at Valley Stadium, Dowling and Waukee Northwest here on Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring, and John Chido is on the Dowling sideline. Johnny, take it away.
Well, this type of game is right now it's being played between the 20s, and you're waiting for that big play to erupt for one of these teams to get in the red zone, and you just have that sense that it's coming here soon.
Yeah, we'll see. And a first down handoff goes from the tailback to the tailback, Spikesma, from quarterback Carson Rankin, and Waukee Northwest maybe a yard, driven down right at the 26-yard line. Check that, gain of 5, I'm sorry. And then we look back, and Waukee Northwest offensive line, Jaden Engstrom, Ethan Olson, Luke Schumacher, Dominic Nigro, Javin Mueller, and Cale Winter. Those are the 5 up front. They don't use a tight end, Matt, too often. They usually have
flanker in there.
Yeah, flankers. So they have 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rankin, he'll run to the left, a quarterback sweep, trying to turn the corner, and he's wrapped up and dropped right about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard as he turned the corner.
That was an outstanding play by Adam Townsend, and he ran his alley. Everything got bunched up there, and that play looked wide open as it started to unfold. But Adam Townsend hit his alley at full speed and was able to get Rankin cut off at the pass and only allow him about a yard gain.
That's all they're going to call it. Give him a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd and 3. Back at the 27-yard line, and this might be the final play. That was the final play of the first quarter as Coach Kopatich, Waukee Northwest, lets the clock run out. So we'll take a break. We've come to the end of the first quarter here at Valley Stadium. It is Dowling Catholic nothing, Waukee Northwest nothing, and we'll be back with the second quarter in 1 minute here on CISN.TV and the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY, Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT, Des Moines, 88.5 FM, KIHS, and now 90.9 FM, KLOX, Preston.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium in West Des Moines as we begin the second quarter. Matt Maindring, it's Dowling Catholic and Waukee Northwest scoreless. Kind of shades of last week over at Southeast Polk High School there.
2 good teams going toe-to-toe that know each other pretty well, even though it's a new team. This is a big third down play.
Certainly is, as they switch sides, and now a little toss play left side. They get it out to Spikesman, breaks the corner. He's got the first down and more across the 40 at midfield, down the near sideline. He might outrun everybody at the 20, inside the 15, and he dives, but he's out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Big run that time. The little toss play outside the edge he got to the left, and Spikesma carries it all the way down to the Dowling 5, 1st and goal.
Yeah, they had, it was 1-on-1. They had good blocking down the field on that, and Spikesma just outran everybody down the sideline. Great saving tackle there for a touchdown, and now the Maroon defense is backed up against the goal line.
Spikesma on a 68-yard run, 1st and goal Waukee Northwest of the Dowling 5. Now they'll go with the full house backfield, power I if you will. And they'll bring in 2 fullbacks. Hand off Spikesma left side, and he's hit and dropped right at the 4s for a gain of 1. They'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 4.
These are tough yards on both sides of the football right here. You got 2 teams, and they line up like that. That reminds me of Northwest Iowa right there. That formation, look like old Central Lions stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're going to go, full house backfield. You got 2 blockers up front. You aren't hiding anything. You're going right where those 2 guys are.
Right at it. One fullback is Brock Barkus, number 41. The tailback is Spikesma. And the handoff, play action, back to throw is Rankin. Fires in the end zone, and it's incomplete. He had a man open, one-on-one coverage out there, and he dropped the football, and that was Brady Grisham, who's the H-back / tight end, and the pass is incomplete.
Well-designed play, and Rankin just short-armed it. He's kicking himself right now because it was wide open, and
he never got his feet set.
No, he
was
didn't.
Going backwards.
Yeah,
That's credit to the Dowling defense. Now the Maroons make some personnel changes on defense. 3rd and goal, Waukee Northwest. 11:03 remaining, second quarter. Waukee Northwest right to left towards the north end zone here at Valley Stadium. They work out of the shotgun. Here's Rankin. Now he's going to quarterback keeper, tries to go right up over center, and he's hit and dropped the 3 for no gain. They'll bring up 4th down.
There's a tough yards against that Maroon defense. That's the consistency of that front up there. And that time the secondary had great coverage. Rankin kind of scans quickly, but in the back of his mind, I think he knew he was always running. And Dowling defense stepped up and shut it down, so we'll see if they try to get 3 on the board here.
The field goal unit will come in for Waukee Northwest, and that's Andrew Cork. He is the handles all the punting and place kicking. The holder will be the backup quarterback, Sam Johnson, and the short snapper here is Aiden Barady. It'll be a 20-yard field goal from the left hash. Ball down, kick is high enough, and it is good. So our first score of the night comes with 10:15 remaining, second quarter. Waukee Northwest leading Dowling Catholic 3-0. We'll be back at Valley Stadium after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV.
St. Alphonsus
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium on the kickoff. Dowling on the return. They returned across the 20, and that's where the Dowling offense will start, 1st and 10. But Waukee Northwest, 7 plays, 80 yards, and they settle for a 20-yard field goal by Andrew Cork. The score now 3-0 Waukee Northwest over Dowling Catholic. The big run in there was Tanner Spikesman's 68-yard run from back at the Dowling the Northwest 27-yard line, Matt.
Yeah, and they have to go back and look at the tape at who dove and saved the touchdown on there, because it was a shoestring tackle, and it ends up saving 4 points.
It certainly did. Now the Maroons with a first down, and we're going to have a timeout, Dowling. So we will take a 1-minute break. 10:05 remaining here in the second quarter. 3-0. It's Waukee Northwest leading Dowling Catholic from Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. You're listening to high school football on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Amazon Smile is a...
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. Mark Amadale alongside Matt Mandring. John Chido. 3-0 Waukee Northwest. Dowling with the timeout. And now it's 1st and 10 Maroons from their own 23-yard line. And English at quarterback. They give us the tailback, and he gets up to about the 30-yard line. Is it Middleton or Phillip there, Coach Mandry?
I think that was Middleton again. And in the center of that, he gets his shoulders squared and just grinds out those yards. And on the first down carry, he did the same thing. Got off to that edge, and they see a little something on the left side with Rockers and Navarro that they keep going after here.
Yeah, it'll bring up third down now. 3rd and 3 for the Maroons. They have 2 receivers to the right, and they have a tight end on the right side. That being Jalen Thompson. Jake English at quarterback, and he's got Middleton, and they give it to him. He runs to the short side, grinds some yardage out, and he's finally run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And he'll be shy of the. Oh, he should pick up the first down. Depends where they put him down. Yep, he's standing right on the 34-yard line, yard shy of the 35, and that's a first down.
Good 3. That's the Dowling offense that you're used to seeing. Let's get 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards, grind it out, and then we're going to take our shots here and there. And let's see if they stay with this type of offense here as they move forward.
First down, Maroons from their own 34. A quick pass to the far sideline, caught by Carson Brown, steps out of bounds to the 40-yard line. Nice little timing pattern that time from quarterback Jake English to Carson Brown.
Yeah, they catch the secondary, getting retreat mode, and Carson Brown the quick out. Jake English on the money with the toss, and it's an easy pitch and catch.
So they'll move the ball up to the 39-yard line, gain of 5. Bring up 2nd and 5 for Dowling Catholic. Game clock at 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 3-0. The Waukee Northwest Wolves leading Dowling Catholic. Beautiful night, overcast. Threat of rain in the air, but nothing too heavy. It's been light rain throughout the day. We had some drizzle on the way here. So Maroons now with 2 receivers to the right. English with an inside handoff and running with the football, breaking 1 tackle, now running backwards and now hit and drop the 40-yard line for just a gain of 1. He's up near the 42-yard line. Was the Dowling tailback. Different formation that time for the Maroons, Matt.
Jalen Thompson there from his tight end position. They did a little toss, wanted to get him some action with the football. And you're right, he did get up there, and you can tell he's not a running back because he didn't finish that going forwards, but he did scramble and get some yards out of it. Gives us, 3rd and 3, 3rd and long 3, 3rd and 4.
So Thompson, a gain of 1. Going to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 4. English will keep the football. Looking for a seam, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage and knocked back. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 4 for Waukee Northwest. Big stand that time for head coach Corey Kapatich and his co-defensive coordinators, Nathan Bailey and Alex Gansky. And it'll bring up 4th down for Dowling and John Colin to punt for the Maroons.
Yeah, Tim, Barity, and Ryland and Moses up front weren't having anything to do with that draw play there by English as he pulled it down and was going to run.
All right, Cole awaiting the snap from Carson Hagan, the junior. Good snap, and Cole gets away, and it's off the side of his foot, near side, and they'll take a lateral bounce right at the 45 and down at the 46-yard line. So Waukee will start first. Waukee Northwest will start 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. 7:14 remaining third quarter. Here in the second quarter, 3-0, Waukee Northwest. Let's go down to John Chido on the Dowling sideline.
Well, the weather's starting to come in here, as you guys kind of mentioned. It's been raining off and on. Now the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. It's going to factor how their play calling is going to go here the rest of the second quarter.
Yeah, 14-yard punt for the Maroons, and now Waukee Northwest puts the ball on the ground, and they hand it off to Spikesma, and he may have gotten up to the 45, and that's about it.
Jalen Pettis on the stop for the Maroons as Rankin was going to go out to the outside and got turned in on that play by Noah Seamer and turned him right back into Jalen Pettis with the stop.
So no gain on the play to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Waukee taking a little extra time here.
15 left on the play clock.
Yep.
What you guys doing back in the day when there was no play clock? Kind of guess? How was that? By feel? Huh, Coach?
We were running in plays with people.
Handoff up the middle and bouncing outside is the tailback for the Wolves and gets up right to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive lines have really taken over for both teams, that being Spikesma again on the carry.
An important play here for the Maroons is they've had 2 good stops here now and getting this 3rd and 11 situation. and would get the ball back with an opportunity here to end the second quarter.
Spikesma loses a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Line of scrimmage, the Waukee Northwest 45-yard line. They go right to left towards the north end zone here at Valley Stadium, wearing their visiting white uniforms, blue numbers, Dowling on maroon tops, and give is to the tailback that time in that formation. And getting up near midfield is the ball carrier, Spikesma again.
Yeah, they tried to spread him out there and ran that trips to the left and tried to open up a seam there for Spikesma as he found a little alley and got 5 yards out of it. And Waukee acts like they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, the Wolves are going for it. Spikesman in the backfield. Carson Rinkin at quarterback. 4th and 6 from midfield. Now Rinkin will go under center. They go off to an offset I formation. They bring in the fullback. Spikesma goes in motion, then stops.
I don't think they're going anywhere.
They're in no hurry. 3 seconds left on the play clock, and they may just take the penalty, and I think so. So they'll bring up 4th and 11. They'll take the 5-yard penalty. Or did they call timeout?
I was wondering if they called the time. Oh, they did throw the flag. Yep. So they did.
So we'll see the punting unit come in, delay of the game on Waukee Northwest. Let's get our sideline guy, John Chido, and I'll put him on the spot.
Yeah.
But Johnny, come on in before this Waukee Northwest punt.
Well, I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around that because you're punting into the wind, so you're just giving up 5 yards there, but maybe they have a lot of confidence because that wind's picked up quite a bit.
Yeah, you said that in your last report, 5-yard penalty, and now the punt by Andrew Cork. And the Maroons will fair catch it at the 30-yard line. The Maroons had twin safeties back there, and it was Cooper Nicholson on the fair catch. So 4:53 remaining, second quarter, 3-0. Waukee Northwest over Dowling Catholic alongside Matt Maindring. I'm Mark Amadale. John Chido on the Dowling sideline. We're working with the folks from the CISN, Central Iowa Sports Network group. Dave Mabel, the producer, Clayton Sampson and Parker Seiper, part of the crew, along with Pete Tarpey, who's here tonight. And Matt, a week ago it was 1 score in the first half, and right now it's what it's looking like now with the first down for the Maroons.
Yeah, see if they can create some offense here as they try to get the ball outside with Phillips on this first play with C.J. Phillip.
Dowling from their own 30-yard line with C.J. Phillip, and turns the corner and gets a little bit up to about the 30. I'll give him 4 yards to the 34-yard line.
Looking for a little consistency here, and they're going to start to see a little more hurry up, not hurry up, but they're going to go a little faster pace.
Jake English has went the distance, except for one play, and they brought in Dante Quintana. Hand off near side and hit and dropped. Nice coverage that time by Waukee Northwest as they laid the wood to the Jed Barth, the safety, in on the tackle, and maybe a yard up to the 35.
We've called Chase Lamb's number quite a bit. The sophomore has been all over the field. He's been and has made a lot of plays for Waukee, or been involved in a lot of plays from that linebacker position. And now Dowling's going to call timeout.
So we'll take a break with 4:18 remaining here in the second quarter. 3-0. Waukee Northwest leading Dowling Catholic. Back in 1 minute here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Thank you, Ashworth Vision Clinic, for
Holt Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. A little quick pass over to Carson Brown. English on a nice throw. And Carson gets inside the numbers and lunges forward towards the 40-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down.
Yeah, they got a quick little pass out there, a little pop pass out there, pretty quick. Harry Linen was out there with the stop for Waukee as they hold the Maroons on fourth down or on third down, and the punt team comes out. And so they end up going to get the ball back, and the defense is going to take one more stand.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. 3-0. Waukee Northwest leading Dowling. Cole in the punt for the Maroons, stands back at his own 25-yard line, awaiting the snap by Hagan. And a kick angling towards the far sideline, fielded at the 23-yard line, run out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. That was Tristan Grubb, and that's where the Waukee Northwest offense will start. 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Waukee Northwest 3, Dowling Catholic nothing. Let's go back down to the Dowling sideline, and that is where John Chido is at. And Johnny, the Dowling offense is kind of stagnant right now.
Yeah, and I'm kind of waiting to see if they're going to take a couple shots downfield. We haven't seen that much of Dowling this week of taking any shots more than 10, 15 yards down the field yet.
All right, Rankin will keep the football on a read option, faked it to his tailback that time, that being Tanner Spikesman. Rankin, the quarterback, over right guard and gets up to about the 35-yard line.
Nice strong run, but his helmet came off, so he's got to go out for one play in a critical juncture here.
We'll see Sam Johnson in for one play. He already threw that halfback pass.
Yeah.
Score from Southeast Polk. What do you got there, Matt?
I got Southeast Polk 23-7 over Valley early.
Okay. And now we're going to have officials timeout right now.
So number 14, he's coming in as a receiver. And you're right, Sam Johnson is going in at quarterback. In high school football, or whatever, when the helmet comes off, you got to be out one play.
So the line of scrimmage is the Waukee Northwest 36-yard line. Sam Johnson will come in, the backup quarterback, 5'11" sophomore. He's got to run one play. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 2, and hands it off to Spikesma, and he's having trouble getting those 2 yards. He did a lot of east-west running. He's finally brought down for no gain, maybe a loss, back to the 36.
Yeah, you do those drills in practice where you rally all your guys with the football, and all 11 got to get there and touch the running back, and right there it happened in real time as they strung Spikesma out and didn't give any yards up.
So to bring up 3rd and 2 for Waukee Northwest. Dowling defense is doing an excellent job thus far in this first half. They've made the plays, offense trying to catch up. All right, it's 3rd and 2, Waukee Northwest. And they'll bring back in Carson Rankin under center. He tries a quarterback sneak, and boy, the pile didn't move much. It may have moved a yard, and they'll stop the clock and may have to do a measurement here unless Brian Gibson and his eagle eye, our referee, says first down. We'll see.
Yeah, you gave him a first down on that.
Yes, he did.
Kind of a long quarterback sneak right there. They had to go quite a ways to get that, and Rankin just used that frame and got it, that 6-foot frame, and reached out and got it.
Pick up a 3 out of the shotgun. Rankin inside handoff, Spikesma, and he carries it up to about the 45-yard line. We'll bring up 2nd down and 5 as we're under 2 minutes here in the first half.
Yeah, a little more, rain. I don't know if it's raining too much down there yet, but there's an opportunity for the defense to get a turnover. Right? We haven't flipped the ball here yet, so this would be a good time for one of those.
Rankin again is 6. It's 2nd and 4, Waukee Northwest. They have 2 timeouts remaining in the half, as does Dowling. High snap, but Rankin pulls it down and tries to get outside. He's hit and dropped as he got along the far sideline. Well, let's see here. They marked him out of bounds back at the 45 for a no gain on the play, even though he went downfield, Matt, as you saw, and was actually knocked out of bounds and down.
They are going to give him back at the 50. Yes,
yeah,
they still going to give him a first down.
Yeah, first down, Northwest. At midfield.
Minute 30 on the clock, and they have 2 timeouts left.
Quarterback is Carson Rankin, the 6-foot, 205-pound senior. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1 back in the backfield, that's Tanner Spikesma. Waukee Northwest, the Wolves, going right to left towards the north end zone. Now back to throw. He's got a man open, and it is caught inside the 35 for Northwest. That'll be a first down, and a tremendous play as Rankin hooked up with his wide receiver over there. He only had one of them, and that was Hayden Huntley.
He got him downfield, and Rankin paid the price on that toss. He got hit hard and released it just in time and put it on the money for the big gain for the Wolves.
All the way down the Dowling 21-yard line, a 29-yard reception. Now here's a snap. Handoff goes to Spikesma off the give by Rankin, and Spikesma knifes his way down inside the 20 down to the 17 to pick up a 3.
As the clock continues to run here on that run play, and so many of these teams now use this hurry-up style offense all the time, so it's not a big adjustment for them to sit here and get lined up at the line of scrimmage and run another play. But a lot of time is moving off the clock here as Waukee gets ready for this next play.
Yeah, they're still looking on their sideline. They have 2 timeouts at their disposal. This could be so they don't leave Dowling any time if they get some kind of points out of it. All right, 2nd and 6 from the Dowling 17. Rankin out of the shotgun, 2 receivers right and left. Quarterback draw. Rankin has it. Didn't get hit in the backfield. Finally falls forward down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, and that'll stop the clock for the first down.
Good run there and good play by Rankin in making that play. And I couldn't see who was on the tackle on that, but a touchdown-saving tackle again for the Maroons.
1st and goal, Waukee Northwest from the 9-yard line, and they give is to Spikesma, and he's driven down near the 5-yard line, they'll call it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5 with 20 seconds remaining, and a timeout called on the field. So we'll keep it here with 20 seconds remaining in the half. It's Dowling and Waukee Northwest here on Dowling's home opener. And Waukee Northwest leads at 3-0. Let's go down to our Dowling sideline reporter throughout the season. That is the head 8th grade coach who makes his season debut this Tuesday, and that is John Chido. Johnny?
You want to hold them to at least a field goal, because now if you don't, then it's a 2-possession game, and Waukee gets the Northwest gets the ball to start the second half. So this possession here right before half of this 20 seconds could be a big swing of the game, especially on how you're going to start that second half.
Yeah, that's a great point, Johnny, that they do get the ball to start the second half, so they essentially have 2 series in a row here. And this is a big stand again for the Maroon defense to see if they can hold them off here and keep it to just 3 points.
Yeah, what's the time of possession? You guys know?
No, we don't have the time possession, but this drive started at the 2:50 mark, and this will be the 10th play of this Waukee Northwest drive coming up, John.
Yeah, this defense has been on here an awful lot here late in this second quarter, and that's been playing a little bit of a factor.
Hey, you're starting to see that offensive line, Olsen, Schumacher, Nigro, and Mueller for Waukee starting to take over a little bit here.
All right, here we go is Waukee Northwest. And now this quarterback, he'll keep it. Rankin fakes in the end zone, fires it out. The ball goes over the end zone, touchdown. His helmet comes off, but the ball was over the goal line, and touchdown Waukee Northwest. A hard run by quarterback Carson Rankin. Faked the handoff, faked the pass, and then took off near side and went around left end.
He went around the left end. There wasn't anybody there, and got hit at the goal line, but it was too late, and he had crossed the goal line. Real good offensive series there for the Waukee Northwest Wolves.
10 plays, 67 yards on the Waukee Northwest drive. Took over 2 minutes and 40 seconds off the game clock. 14 seconds remaining, and Waukee Northwest leading. And the extra point is up, and it is good. So it's Waukee Northwest leading 10-0 over Dowling Catholic with 14 seconds remaining in the half. And we'll return to Valley Stadium after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, West Des Moines on the kickoff by Waukee Northwest, returned by the Maroons up to about the 35-yard line. The Maroons running out of time here to get something on the board, trailing 10-0 Matt Maindring with 7 seconds remaining. I know John Chido's going to catch up with head coach Tom Wilson at halftime for Dowling Catholic, but not a whole lot you can do here with Jake English come out at quarterback, and you don't have a whole lot at your disposal.
No, I think right here it's just going to be a give up the middle or something. They're not going to risk anything at this point and get into halftime.
First down at the 35 for the Maroons. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Here's English back to throw. Looking long. He's going to put it up. He's got Carson Brown over there. Double coverage. The pass is incomplete. He's trying to make something happen. Trying to put the hands of your playmakers.
Yep. Took one shot deep. Leaves 1 second on the clock. And we'll see what happens here for the Maroons.
Bring up second down and 10 for Dowling Catholic. If you joined us late, Waukee Northwest scoring on a field goal, 20 yards by Andrew Cork, 3-0 lead. And that was early in the second quarter. And then right before the half, Carson Rankin, quarterback, run on a 6-yard run on third down. Now back to throw on the final play of the half. The ball is intercepted at the 40-yard line and hit and dropped. That is number 32 for Chase Lamb making the interception for Waukee Northwest. And that's how the half will end, as he's dropped at the 35-yard line. Ends on a turnover. And Waukee going into halftime leading by the score of 10-0. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring here. We'll anticipate the first half stats from Coach Seifert, and we'll catch up with John Chido down on the sideline as he'll catch up with head coach Tom Wilson here as the Maroons trail at halftime. I don't see this happen too often, but they trail 10-0. And Johnny, you have head coach Tom Wilson. Go ahead and take it away.
Well, Coach, is kind of back and forth in that first quarter, and then Waukee was able to get that one big play. You held them to a field goal, but it seems like penalties kind of stalled your drives when you had things going there in the first half.
Oh, they have. We've had opportunities, really, the first 3 drives, and then we have a penalty and get behind schedule, and it kills us, and this is the result.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Thanks for your time.
All right, John Chido with head coach Tom Wilson as the Maroons trail 10-0 here at halftime. Matt Maindring, and it's been a tough first half last week against a fine Southeast Polk squad who's up on Valley, or who's trailing or leading Valley right now, 24-7 early in the first half. And here Maroons trail 10-0, and once again the Maroons going up against pretty good defense, but have yet to put any points up, and that's been the struggle.
The thing that this offense is looking for is who's going to be that playmaker, who's going to be that consistent playmaker, and they just haven't found an identity yet as they go and start these first 2 games in the season. And, the offensive line hasn't been getting as many holes as they did. The first couple drives looked pretty decent, and again, penalties. When you're a grinded-out team, a 5-yard penalty and the one holding penalty really they throw a roadblock at you.
Well, before we go to break, let's take a look at our first half statistics, and courtesy of Jarrett Seifert, one of the Dowling math teachers, one of the assistant coaches. And for Waukee Northwest, 189 yards total offense, Dowling with 112. The Maroons had 50 yards in the air, 62 rushing yards. Waukee Northwest, 153 yards on the ground and 36 yards in the air. Dowling penalized 3 times for 32 yards. Waukee Northwest penalized once for 10 yards. And the Maroons have had 5 first downs, Waukee Northwest with 8. Quarterback Jake English, 8 out of 13 passing and for 50 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception right before the half. And Carson Rankin, quarterback for Waukee Northwest, 2 out of 4 passing for 36 yards. Leading rusher for Dowling Catholic, Cam Middleton, 7 carries, 35 yards. C.J. Philp, 5 carries for 13 yards. English, 3 carries for 7 yards. For Waukee Northwest, Tanner Spikesma, 12 carries, 107 yards on the ground the first half for the outstanding running back for Waukee Northwest. Carson Rankin, 12 carries for 46 yards. Leading receiver for Dowling Catholic, Carson Brown, 4 catches for 28 yards. Cooper Nicholson, 2 catches for 13 yards. Kel Gokenauer, 1 catch for 7 yards. And Jalen Thompson, 1 catch for 2 yards. Hayden Huntley, 1 catch for 29 yards for Waukee Northwest. And Brady Grisham, 1 catch for 7 yards. And also want to mention backup quarterback Dante Cataldo, 1 rush for 7 yards in the first half for the Maroons. So let's take a look at the first half numbers. Again, Waukee with 189 yards of total offense, 112 for Dowling Catholic. As we go to halftime here, Matt, and the Maroons have some things to kind of square away and get figured out.
Well, again, the defense was on the field a lot, and I don't think we could see a time of possession there, but just the Waukee offense was on the field a lot and able to grind some things out, wear that defense down, and This offense has got to find something to hang their hat on and get some consistent drives together. They had Cam Newton on that big run. He gets called in the face mask.
That's
Unfortunate call there and for the Maroons, and just a couple things where they've stopped themselves. But they've showed glimmers of being able to move the ball consistently. So we'll see if they can do that in the second half.
All right, our only touchdown of the game was Carson Rankin, quarterback keeper from 6 yards out for Waukee Northwest, and a 20-yard field goal by Andrew Cork for the Wolves. And it's 10-0 Waukee Northwest, leading at halftime. When we come back, we'll visit with the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and that's Dr. Dan Ryan, who will join us, along with Matt Maindring. I'm Mark Amadale, John Chido on the Dowling sideline. I want to thank the folks at CISN.TV, Pete Tarpey and the crew, all here tonight as we simulcast tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV. Our halftime score again, Waukee Wolves leading Dowling Catholic 10-0 at halftime. We'll be back after these messages.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Do you know you have a choice in your child's education?
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium here at halftime. Mark Amadale joined by Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, as the Waukee Wolves lead Dowling by the score of 10-0 at halftime. And Dr. Ryan, thanks for coming up here. A little bit cooler than last week, so we figured we'd let the temperature drop 30 degrees, bring you on up to our very hot press box.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's great to be here, and it's great to have our football games going again here.
It is. It's good. It's good to be here in person. You know, we're social distancing minimally, but I think everybody's been vaccinated, and hopefully that'll carry on. And that's been the challenge for school administrators, I know, and that's where you and Mr. Maindring and all the staff at Dowling working to keep things going. You did it last year and again this year. Talk a little bit about that, the update.
Well, definitely last year had a lot of challenges, and this year will as well. But it's definitely been an easier year to get prepared for. A lot of experience on the part of the teachers, how to use the tools. You know, we still have students that'll be out at times and use some of those tools. But, you know, the thing is, it's a great energy. There's been a really positive response. In the first days of school, you could really tell the teachers and the staff were really excited. And I dare say even the students were excited to be back. And you really have some kids who are getting to experience some things for the first time. We had our first real pep rally in about 18 months or more. And really heard some students saying it was one of the best ones they ever had.
I saw some of the highlight clips on social media from that pep rally. I didn't see you or Mr. Maindring in any of those races they were doing, but I gathered you guys placed very well.
Yes, the staff represented very well there. So,
well, we talk about routine, whether it's in athletics, whether it's in debate, whatever the activity is, it's about routine. And talk about that at Dowling this year, because you're back to having Mass every day or every so often, morning prayer, adoration. There's a lot of things that are happening that didn't happen the last 18 months.
Right. So we're able to, have a Mass on a daily basis. We've actually moved that into prime time, which is at the end of the school days. So we've kind of worked through a process that students can get signed out and go to that. And the response has been really good. I think we've been averaging about 50, 75 students a day going to Mass. We've always offered reconciliation after school, and that's been taken advantage of. And then the adoration's always been a great thing to have over the lunch period in particular on a daily basis, because it allows them to stop in, say hello to Jesus, get a little prayer in, and then head down to lunch.
Visit with Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School. 5 years of the school.
Yes.
And I noticed in year 5, I drive by the school and I see an outdoor memorial, if you will. And I had a lot of questions as an alumnus, not a parent yet. That'll happen next year. My daughter will be going through. But talk about the memorial that is out there off the chapel in the west parking lot.
Right. So that's the Maroon Memorial, and this has been a project that's very close to my heart. We started this journey about 4 years ago. We had a tragedy. We lost a student during the school year. And really, through a multitude of different avenues, we're searching for a way of how do we use our faith to deal with these tragedies, and how do we remember these individuals? And since then, we've had staff members pass away, and really we're struggling and looking for a way to do that. And the Maroon Memorial came around as a concept where it's kind of a representation of the community of the living and the community of the deceased, and how do we use our faith to get through that. And it's a beautiful sculpture, piece of artwork. I invite everybody to come there. It's a private, quiet space, but in a very public area. And some beautiful scripture, some beautiful poetry from Walt Whitman in there to help kind of show that living and deceased community. And then on All Souls Day, on All Saints Day, we're going to have a all-school tradition that will be starting this year, where we'll have the whole student body come out after our Mass, and then we're going to remember individuals that have been deceased in this past year. And so we'll have a reading of the names, a new tradition, so to speak. And then we think this can really be even used by our alumni when they come back for reunions, or any other group, quite frankly, to remember anyone they've lost. So we think it's a great way to use our faith, teach this to our students, and also give them a good way to remember someone that's dear to their heart.
So the Maroon Memorial on the west side, just outside the chapel, just off the drive there, and I think it's just a tremendous testament to what goes on at Dowling. You keep evolving and making things, more accessible, and it's outdoors.
Right.
And people can have some quiet time just being outdoors, and that's amazing, Dr. Ryan, for that. As we just had our Dowling band, and now they give way to the Dowling dance team.
Great talent out on the field all night long.
Well, the thing is, they've been practicing longer than anyone because they couldn't go on the road last week. But the home opener here, you see the dance team and the band, and I know they've got them going. You probably hear a lot of that in the gym, in the band room.
Oh, definitely. You see them practicing through the hours. I've got our youngest is on band this year, and so we're kind of getting a first-hand experience there. And they put in a lot of hours, a lot of early mornings, and the dance team does, as does the cheerleaders as well.
Well, I know you're always proud of alumni. I am proud to say I'm an alumnus, but I'm not being recognized as one of the priests that were ordained here in the last few years.
That's right.
That is quite a list, and one of them I saw being introduced tonight because the class of 2010, Reed Flood was part of that.
That's
and
right.
He was down there, and he's going to help with the team chaplain duties later this year. That's kind of some inside information I came across as Father Ryan Andrew can't be at every game, but priests. I mean, I think there's four of them, and that's just amazing.
It was a great year for the diocese as a whole. They ordained 5 new priests, which we know is a very large number for 1 year. And we were just ecstatic that 4 of those were Dowling alumni from around 2010, 12-ish, in that range.
That area.
And so we couldn't be prouder of them. And it's just a really great testimony. I think Father Kotsky had a really big influence on them, the chaplain at that time. And just that role model. But we want that to be a real strong part of our faith life. And it's a beautiful opportunity, and that's what we did at our Mass of the Holy Spirit at the beginning of the year, was ask them to come back, and all of the priests that were alumni from Dowling, because there's a sizable number, active and retired, that graduated from Dowling. So it's a long tradition of helping promote vocations at Dowling Catholic, and that's what we want to continue to do into the future.
Well, it's certainly generating that now, especially the last 10 years. You mentioned some of those priests, 2010, 2012 era they graduated, so that's good to see. Now, I remember a year ago, and I don't think we got into all this, but are you still with the Catholic Tuition Organization, who's a proud sponsor of our radio broadcast?
That's right.
Do they still have you on the board? And
still board. In fact, I was at a CTO event right before they had their first tailgate before this event, I was there. Yeah, some great barbecue. I'm not sure if it was from Cute, but
I'm looking to see if they put it out. There's no fires in the parking lot.
Well, it was at a different location.
Okay.
But there was a great churn out there of current donors and others that have learned about that program. And the wonderful thing about that is that about 400 of our students receive assistance out of about 1,400. That's a huge percentage. A lot of those individuals wouldn't be able to make it to Dowling without that. We do provide additional tuition assistance of our own, but it is huge to our program. And quite frankly, it makes us more diverse socioeconomically. It makes us more diverse on ethnic and racial ways as well, and
Sure.
we're very proud of that. And our diversity is now up to 29%. And we just want to keep that going. So it's a great thing for Dowling and for our families.
The Catholic Tuition Organization, Gene Till is in charge of that, and you're still on the board, so everything must be good.
Got to get used to that new name.
I know.
Yeah.
Gene Wells, now Gene Till. Congratulations, Gene, getting married this
That's
past summer. And I guess finally, we didn't talk much about this last year, as I had to pull some notes, but strategic planning going on at Dowling was postponed due to the COVID pandemic. And what do you hope to accomplish when the process restarts, or has it restarted?
Has restarted,
and, give us an update, Dr. Ryan.
Yeah, we were kind of cut off with COVID and all the preparations and not being able to bring people together. So it's a really strong tradition at Dowling Catholic that we always have a plan looking forward to the future. This particular planning process for the next 5 years, I think we have 6 to 7 committees, from our faith to academics to our advancement, business, finances, our buildings and grounds. And if you don't really take time to pause every once in a while and talk about what it is we want to accomplish in the next 5 years, you can kind of get off kilter there a little bit. And so it's important that we get that. And once we decide what it is we want to do for the next 5 years, it really minimizes the conversation just on how do we get that done. And I also say sometimes it tells us what we're not going to do. And you can only accomplish so many things, and you got to be very focused as an organization, use those resources well. So we started a couple weeks ago. We had our first meeting, about 60 people involved. So really great expertise. I was so pleased with the response to our invitations. I think we got around 90% of the people we asked agreed to participate, and a lot of good individuals in there. So it'll go. Now we'll do some committee meetings to gather data and look at some of those things. And then by December, we'll want them to share that data back with the whole group. So we'll have another big meeting in early December. And then we'll start to look for trends and recommendations through the spring. And then by May, we'll be done with the plan. We'll have about 95% done, have everybody share those recommendations. And the best thing about it is, as each committee is sharing, they're hearing each other, they're building on each other. They're realizing, hey, if we need this academic program, how are we going to finance that? Or if we're going to build enrollment to this way, we need to do marketing in this way. So it's a great way to build community and just create the vision for the future.
Well, I know there's lots of input in that, and folks, if they want to respond, maybe they're not a part of that committee. If they want to get in touch with somebody, they can always get in touch with the school, and their voice can be heard.
That's right. Lots of surveys going out and lots of other things happening right now, too. So.
How's Mr. Mainry doing on the radio? Have you heard any feedback during the week about
the
him?
radio? I haven't heard him on the radio. I've been too busy watching, but he's doing a great job at school.
No calls to your office? Rachel hasn't taken any calls or anything like that?
No, not on that.
Well, good. Okay, we're going to take a break. Dr. Ryan, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us and our listeners and our viewers tonight on CISN.TV. Thanks for all you do. I'm glad we're back to relatively getting back to normal. Hopefully it'll stay that way, but I know if things change, you guys are ready.
We'll be flexible.
All right. Dr. Dan Ryan.
Thank you.
You bet. Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School. I'm Mark Amadale. At halftime, it's Waukee Northwest leading Dowling Catholic 10-0. We'll be back after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium here in West Des Moines alongside Matt Maindring. I'm Mark Amadale. Halftime score 10-0. Waukee Northwest Wolves leading Dowling. And I want to thank Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, for joining us at halftime. Give us an update. Always good to get the boss on there, Mr. Maindring. And
You bet.
he said there wasn't too many calls last week about our coverage of the Southeast Polk games. So I guess that's good. I guess that's good.
They would have only been about Johnny down there, right?
Yeah. But speaking of him, hey, Johnny, give us an update on halftime. I don't know if you peeked in the locker room or not, but the Maroons down 10-0. Your thoughts as Waukee Northwest gets set to receive the second half kickoff?
Well, I think Coach Wilson hit the nail on the head. I mean, they have to stop with the penalties and stay ahead of the chains. And there's no need to panic. Defense needs to come out, make a stop. Other than that, I mean, the penalties is what keeps the offense down, and you cannot play behind the chains. It makes it so tough, play calling and tempo and everything else. So I think you'll see a lot of that being cleaned up the second half.
All right, we got a couple scores report. Matt, you've been really good with that. You had Southeast Polk leading Valley, and what's the score now? They must be at halftime.
I think it's 24-13, I believe, is the last I saw. And Centennial's up on Ankeny 14-0.
Yes, that's a surprise.
So just it's going to be wide open. It's going to be something, and the parity is going to be something among the CIML as well.
All right, back deep, Tristan Grubb and Grant Carter, and here's a kickoff by Leon. It's fielded at the 2-yard line by the Warriors, and getting through the hole is Grant Carter down the far sideline, across the 30. He had a little spurt there as he got across the 15, but finally run out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That is where the Waukee Northwest Wolves will start.
Yeah, it looked like, we had the safety valve there. Staden did his job, and I can't pick up the number if it was on the outside there. And it was, that was almost a disastrous start for the Maroons.
Yeah, Carter had a head of steam, but he was finally run out of bounds.
Jared Rickey on the stop.
And that might have been a touchdown saving stop. On first down, they'll give it to Spikesman. He tries to get outside the numbers, and he's finally run down as he crosses the 35 up to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, we got Jake Anderson out there with the stop and undercut Spikesman. Waukee went into halftime with a lot of momentum. And they get the interception, even though it didn't turn into anything, just a lot of energy going into halftime. So it's really important for Dowling Catholic to come out and set the tone, get a stop here early.
Sam Johnson and Hayden Huntley split out wide to the left of the formation. Here's a toss play, right side. Spikesman gets outside the numbers and slips a tackle and finally falls forward up near the 40-yard line. They're going to spot him down just on the other side of the 39, shy of the first down. It'll bring up third in about 2.5.
He's tough to tackle, and that was the play right there. They ran for the big 60, whatever it was, yard gain, and that little pitch, that little toss, and here we go, third and short.
Waukee Northwest, 2 receivers left, one to the right. The halfback is Brady Grisham. He'll line up as a tight end sometimes, and the tailback will be Tanner Spikesma. Offensive line, Ethan Olson, Luke Schumacher, Dominic Nigro, Javin Mueller, and Cale Winter, left tackle to right tackle. And now we've got a stop to play, timeout, Waukee Northwest. So we'll take one ourselves with 10:33 remaining, third quarter, 10-0. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling Catholic here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the CISN.TV.
You can enjoy positive and inspiring music to help you through your day on the Iowa.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
All right, 3rd and 2 for Waukee Northwest. The give is to Spikesman. He's got the first down. Gets right between the tackles and puts his head down and gets across the 43, maybe the 44-yard line for a Waukee Northwest first down on 3rd and 2 there, Matt.
Good push from the offensive line there on that left side, and Ethan Olson and Luke Schumacher created a crease there for Spikesma, and he is running hard right now.
Certainly is, and picks up the first down at the 44-yard line, gain of 5. So Spikesman keeps it has kept it on the ground. Back to throw. Rankin fires the ball downfield, and the pass is out of bounds, incomplete. He had to throw it through 2 Dowling defenders, and the receiver fell out of bounds, but the pass incomplete as it was intended for Hayden Huntley.
Rankin left himself exposed there on the hit, and as he released it again, he released it late, and Ralston Rumley in the game and got a good shot in on Rankin and made him rush it and overshot the receiver.
All right, 2nd and 10 for Waukee Northwest. They lead 10-0 over Dowling Catholic. 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. From an overcast night here at Valley Stadium. Read option, and the quarterback will keep it. Rankin puts his head down, crosses midfield, crosses the first down, and he's finally brought down at the Dowling 45, and a penalty flag down at the 46 of Waukee Northwest.
Yeah,
Matt?
Couldn't tell if it was a chop block or if they're going to call a hold there, and Rankin lost his helmet again.
So that'll wipe everything out.
Rankin's got to come out of the game again after he lost his helmet. So Anderson or Sam Johnson will go back in at quarterback.
For at least a play, they'll move the ball back on the penalty. That was a 14-yard run, and the penalty will move the ball back to the Waukee Northwest 36-yard line. Johnny's been right. These penalties have stifled drives tonight. And now back to throw. Well, Johnson fakes the throw, gives it to Spikesma, and a little misdirection there. Spikesma comes up with the ball, runs around the right end. Quarterback Johnson went left and carried out his fake, and Spikesma carries to the 37 for a gain of 1.
And Dowling rotates the defensive line guys back out there. Hagan and Hikas come back in the ball game, so it looks like we got Hagan, Hikas, Pettis, and Patton out there right now.
All right, back in is Carson Rankin. It'll be 3rd and 16 for Waukee Northwest. Here's a snap, read option, and they'll give it to the quarterback will keep it, and he gets up to the original line of scrimmage to near the 44-yard line. I'll bring up 4th and 10.
Joe Hughes on the ankles of Rankin there, and so the Dowling defense takes advantage of the penalty and gives themselves a chance here to get the offense the ball in decent field position.
Well, Spikesman had carries for 4, 3, and 5 yards. In the incompletion, Rankin had a 14-yard run wiped out by a penalty, and now here's the punt by Andrew Cork. And back deep is Dowling, and I tell you what, Cooper Nicholson in traffic made the catch, and it wasn't a fair one.
No.
He'll be brought down at the 29-yard line.
I thought he was going to fair catch that one. I think everybody did, and he took it and went looking to make a play, and sometimes you need something like that, a little spark, and that's what this offense needs.
Well, with 8:41 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Waukee Northwest leads Dowling Catholic 10-0. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline, and that is where John Chido is at. John?
Yeah, Matt's absolutely right. They need a spark, and the offense needs to help the defense out and stay on the field here.
All right, the Maroons put the ball on the ground. They give this to the tailback. That's Cam Middleton, and he gets a handoff, runs left, and may have found a small opening, gets across the 30, and they're going to move him up near the 30-yard line, and they'll put him down there for a gain of 1.
Yeah, that was actually C.J. Phillip as starts out there in the second half, and that front from Waukee Northwest has really given the Dowling offensive line all they can handle right now. Moses, Ryland, Verity, and Tim, and making things difficult to run.
So Phillip in the backfield, and now they give it to him, and makes a move across the 35 and finally brought down to the 37-yard line. So nice move that time by C.J. Phillip, and he gets about 8 yards.
Good run there on that left side, and that seems to be where Dowling has been focusing most of their attention behind Rockers and Navarro, and as they start to grind one out here. Big 3rd down play.
3rd and 2 for the Maroons. Pistol formation with 2 receivers to the right, tight end on the right. The give is to Phillips. CJ's got the first down and more. Down the near sideline, he angles his run. Finally brought down at the right hash at the 45-yard line, a pickup of 8.
This is that little spark that we're looking for now. Put a couple first downs together and see how they can move forward here.
Yeah, the consistency is what they're looking for. I know the coaching staff is. Maroons shut out through 2.5 quarters right now as we approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. 10-0 Waukee Northwest. English, the give is to the tailback, and bowling his way up near midfield. They put Middleton back in there, or is that CJ?
I think that's CJ Phillips. He'll run the football, running hard, and so they're giving him all the touches right now as he starts to grind it out here and showing that spark, and he's got that little extra burst.
Phillip picked up 5 yards. Kyle Rocker's the left tackle, Carlos Lovano left guard, Ryan Badgeshoss the center, Gabe Carey the right guard, and George Nahas right tackle. Open up a hole. Here's Phillip again. CJ pokes his way down, still on his feet. Second effort gets all the way down to the 45 of Waukee Northwest. Another nearly a 5-yard carry.
Effort like that gets you more touches. You know, he got stopped. He was 2 yards short and ends up now making it a third and really short for the Maroon offense.
4-yard gain that time. They'll spot him down at the 46, did they, for C.J. Phillip. Third and short. 3rd and 1 from the Waukee Northwest 46-yard line. Jake English at quarterback. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Phillip in the backfield. English, long count. Here's the snap and the give. Right side, Phillip trying to turn the corner. He's hit and he's dropped. Nice hit that time coming from his free safety spot. Jed Barth makes the stop and will bring up 4th down.
Tough. This is going to be an interesting call for Coach Wilson here. He's across the 50 for one of the few times here, and 4th and 1, and it's too tempting.
Well, the Maroons will keep their same personnel in there. Ball on the right hash. Dowling going left to right towards the south end zone. English with Phillip behind him. Long count. The give to Phillip. They'll run the strong side. He's got the first down. Down the near sideline. He hops the tackle and out of bounds at the 35-yard line of Northwest. And that should be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, first down and plenty more. And CJ popped that seam on the right side and got outside the edge there and makes a nice play for the Maroon offense.
10-yard run there, Mr. Maindring, and boy, it was all set up that way. They had the strong side to the right of the formation, and he ran right behind the receivers and the extra tight end.
Yeah, that's everybody to the right. We're going this way.
1st and 10, Dowling. Ball on the 36-yard line. Maroons trail 10-0. Read option. Back to throw. English fires it out. Caught by incomplete. Carson Brown had it, and he dropped the football at the 32-yard line.
Great read there by English on that play because there was a blitz coming from the other side. Number 23 for Waukee Northwest, Harry Linen, was coming off untouched and threw where the blitz was coming from and just missed the hookup with Carson Brown.
I want to thank Northwest Bank along with the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Mercy One for supporting our broadcast all season long on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. 2nd and 10, Dowling. English out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, fires it out. Pass caught in the flat near side, and I think that's the backup tight end, and it is. How about that?
Yeah.
Caden Sanders with the catch.
You're saying that was the jack of all trades there before the game, and
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
And Caden Sanders gets the first down. A great throw by Jake English, and this is the way Dowling offense is going to get things done if they're going to do it.
Sanders on a 10-yard reception, first down Maroons at the Waukee Northwest 26. Here's the snap. They run it right side. Phillip trying to get outside, looking for a hole, and he's stood up by the safety, Jed Barth, and stopped right shy of the 20-yard line.
Nice run, nice gain, and then this is the way Dowling's, this is the way this offense does not have that big playmaker. You're not going to see these 50, 80-yard pops, and so they have to be able to grind it out, and this is that kind of drive, 5 yards at a time, 4 yards at a time.
C.J. Phillip, the 5'10", 175-pound sophomore with the carry of 5. It's 2nd and 5, Dowling from the 21 of Waukee Northwest, and the give is to the tailback Phillip, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage, kind of fell forward to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Maroons.
Again, off the edge that time was Chase Lamb. It looked like it was Harry Linen again, number 23. They're using him off that edge on that weak side to blitz from that wide side of the field, and he chased it down from behind.
Linen, a 6-foot sophomore. He has made Been in a lot of plays tonight. 3rd and 5 for Dowling. Ball's on the 21-yard line of Waukee Northwest, and now the Maroons are going to be guilty of procedure.
Yeah, they're going to.
That'll back them up 5 yards.
Yeah.
They're going to get the tight end, Jalen Thompson, for Dowling with the procedure call. I'll back them up. Line of scrimmage now the 26-yard line for Dowling at the Waukee Northwest 26-yard line.
The officials got a lot of help there from Eli Moses. He saw Jalen Thompson flinch, and he was going to make sure everybody saw it.
Most of those defensive guys know that. They can move, but the offense can't. 3rd and 10 for Dowling from the Wolves 26. Back to throw English. The ball is tipped the line of scrimmage and nearly intercepted. He tried to hit Carson Brown on a quick slant, and the ball was nearly picked off that time by the Wolves as back on coverage was St. John Smith.
St. John Smith was in a lot of plays last week, and a good athlete, and the senior 5'8", 150, not overly big, but he can go out there and make plays for the Wolves, and just about did right there.
The Maroons now will attempt the field goal from the 26-yard line is the line of scrimmage. This will be a 43-yard attempt by Diego Leon on the right hash. English with the hold. The ball is high enough, long enough, and it is. They got a dead ball now. They must have a penalty before, as it'll be a dead ball offside on Waukee Northwest.
But that almost was. That's a penalty you don't want because he made the field goal.
Yes, he did.
It's not going to give you a first down.
So that'll make this attempt to be a 38-yard field goal.
And he drilled it. I mean, it was good.
Yeah, we saw the replay, but they're going to redo it. We'll move the line of scrimmage to the 21-yard line. The ball will be placed at the 28, so it'll be a 38-yard field goal. English to hold, ball down, kick high enough, it's long enough, and it is
good.
Good. Diego Leon from 38 yards out, and he made the 43-yarder too.
Yeah.
So Dowling on the board with 3:42 remaining, third quarter. We'll take a timeout. The score, Waukee Northwest 10, Dowling 3, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.TV.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Catholic Radio, 1150 AM, KWKY, Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT, Des Moines, 88.5 FM, KIHS, Adel, 90.9 FM,
From the
KLX,
5.
Houston.
All right, here is the kickoff return by Waukee Northwest, fielded at the 5-yard line by Tristan Grubb. Goes between the hash marks, then he cuts it outside and finally run out of bounds at the 33-yard line of Waukee Northwest. But that's where the offense will start for Waukee Northwest. Not after Dowling went 13 plays, 81 yards, and a Diego Leon 38-yard field goal puts Dowling on the board. Let's go down to Dowling's John Chido on the sideline.
Well, Dowling's getting that running game going there in the start of that quarter. But, the penalty set them back, but they still were able to come away with 3 points, which is huge.
It certainly was, Johnny. Now back to throw on first down. The pass is caught. That spikes him out of the backfield. Pass from Rankin, and he's run out of bounds. He crossed the 45 near the 46-yard line, a gain of 13 yards.
He came out of the backfield clean, no one on him there, and Rankin was able to get it away with Pettis coming after him, and a big play on first down for the Wolves.
Certainly is. Game clock continues to run. He stayed in bounds. And they hand it off, and That is the tailback Spikesma again, right up the gut across his midfield, down to the Dowling 48-yard line, a pickup of 6.
And Rankin is that dual threat back there, and right there he took another one up the middle, and he's taken a couple shots in there, and the kid's proven to be pretty tough tonight and putting up a lot of yards.
Yeah, he certainly is. So it's 2nd and 5, and Rankin will keep the football, and he's hit and dropped at midfield and may have lost the yard. They're going to get forward progress down to the Dowling 49, so a loss, a run, a 1, and Rankin took another hit that time.
Yeah, he did, and he kind of ran into his own line right there on that quarterback draw, and he's, really starting to find some avenues in there, but that time the defense stood up.
Bring up 3rd and 5 for Waukee Northwest. The Wolves in their first year as a school. They split with Waukee, and now it's the Wolves, the northwest part of town. And here is quarterback Carson Rankin. He'll send a receiver in motion. Rankin, long count. Here's a snap. And now we got penalty flags down. That's usually a procedure against the offense. We'll see.
Couldn't tell if he turned up field too early.
Number 59. Yeah, they'll get the left guard, Luke Schumacher, for the procedure call here, Matt.
Well, a little break, and that's what happened on the last series for Waukee too. They had the penalty and set them back on the hold, and Dowling was able to take advantage of it and get them to punt the ball away. So another big 3rd down here for the Maroons. And the Wolves on offense.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 for the Waukee Northwest Wolves. The ball on their own 47-yard line. Minute 50 remaining. Back to throw. Rankin fires the ball downfield. He overthrew everybody. The pass is incomplete as Engstrom was the intended receiver, but he was thrown into double coverage by the Dowling defense that time.
Yeah, and Rankin had some pressure up the middle there and had to get rid of the ball a lot quicker. And, his receiver wasn't even looking for the football yet. He was down the field, probably figured he wasn't going to throw it to him. He was in double coverage. And the Maroons going to get the ball back and see if they can keep that momentum going.
All right, Andrew Cork will back to a punt. Receives a snap from Chase Lamb. And here's the punt. Fair catch signal for by Dowling. And hit and drop. Now a penalty flag should come out, and it does. Yep. As Nicholson is hit at the 20-yard line. And that's basically roughing the passer, so to speak, but it's roughing the punt returner, and it'll be Dowling football with a minute 40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 10-3, Waukee Northwest leading Dowling Catholic. You're listening to tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, and you're watching tonight's game on the Central Iowa Sports Network, CISN.TV. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline while they initiate this penalty here, Johnny.
Well, we've been talking about it all game. The penalties, how it just is, it kills drives, and that was another example for now with Waukee Northwest. They have some big plays, and then they get stuck with a couple penalties and brought them behind the chains. The good news is the Dowling defense hasn't been out there that long, which gets them a rest, and that's exactly what that defense needed.
That's a big penalty. That's a 15-yarder right there.
Defensive interference on the punt is official. I was looking for the right words the first time we saw that this year. First down Maroons on their own 35-yard line, so they gained 15 yards on that after the fair catch at the 20. 1st and 10 Dowling from their own 35. Minute 40 remaining in the half. And now here's Dante Cataldo. They'll run the quarterback sweep around the left end, and Dante goes down right about the 38-yard line. He may have picked up 3 yards to bring up 2nd and 7. So they put in a quick package for the backup quarterback, and now we've got a stoppage on the far sideline. We got somebody injured?
Somebody, I don't know if it's somebody on the sideline got injured over there. Officials, somebody's down on the sideline. Dante Cataldo, 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore, on the run there, and the backup quarterback. I think it's a coach or something.
No, it's one of our chain gang. And they're going to huddle up. So they're going to he's still on the ground. So we're going to take a timeout. The officials now, they got to get medical attention to our chain gang crew, and we'll take a break. Minute 35 remaining here in the
they got to be, they're going to stop
third quarter, Matt, and our score is Waukee Wolves 10, Dowling Catholic 3. The Maroons will have a 2nd down coming up, and we'll take a break here on the Central Iowa Sports Network and the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you. Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take.
First and 17 for the Maroons. Back to throw is English, who's back in. It's got a man open. Carson Brown caught at the 40, still on his feet, and down at the 30-yard line. Big play that time for Dowling Catholic. They came out firing from their own 28-yard line and got all the way down to the 30 of Waukee Northwest there, Matt.
Nice play coming out of that muddle there of the injury on the sideline and everything else. And Carson Brown down the sideline. Jake English put it right on the money. Great play call for the Maroons, and they've got things moving forward now.
All right, first down Maroons at the Waukee Northwest 30-yard line. 32-yard pass play by English to Carson Brown. Now a swing pass right side, and Brown with the catch, but forward progress down to the 28-yard line. He'll net 2, maybe 3 yards on that lateral pass that they left him one-on-one out there.
Such a long throw. You know, he's got to throw the ball a long way on that pass because that was to the wide side of the field to Carson. It gives the defense time to react. Good block out in front of it. Just not able to break that up.
So it's second down and 8 for the Maroons. Ball's on the 28-yard line of Waukee Northwest. 10-3 is our score. Waukee Northwest with the lead. And now an inside handoff as they give it to the tailback that time for the Maroons, and that is C.J. Phillip. And he runs down the near sideline right in front of us, and it's down to 25, Matt, for a gain of 3.
C.J. Phillip, they start out in an empty backfield, bring C.J. in motion into towards English there, and do get a handoff there, and creates a 3rd and 5 situation, pick up about 3 yards.
Maroons will send out Cooper Nicholson wide left of the formation. Carson Brown split out wide to the right of the formation. Dowling with 2 tight ends. And now we've got a stoppage to play, and we've got a...
End of the quarter.
Yeah, that was quick. Yeah, that was quick. I didn't even pay attention to the time. No, we have come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Waukee Northwest 10, Dowling Catholic 3. The Maroons will be back with a 3rd and 5 from the Northwest 25-yard line when we return as we start the fourth quarter here in 1 minute here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean-cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high-quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why for over 70 years.
3, Waukee Northwest with the lead over Dowling Catholic. They switch sides. The Maroons going right to left towards the north end zone. They have a 3rd and 5 from the Waukee Northwest 25. And English now, the give is to the tailback, and Is that Phillip in there?
Yeah,
CJ, and he gets inside the 20.
CJ Phillip, nice run. They delay that handoff just a half a second, allow the offensive line to climb and get on the linebackers, and they create the crease there for CJ, and he hit it going 100.
7-yard run, first down Maroons. 1st and 10 Dowling on the Waukee Northwest 18-yard line. Jake English, a quarterback. He's went all but 2 plays tonight as Dante Cataldo came in, and now we got a timeout called by the Maroons. We'll take one ourselves. 11:37 remaining, fourth quarter. 10-3 is our score. Waukee Northwest with the lead over Dowling Catholic here on Iowa Catholic Radio Network and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
You can enjoy.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Let's go.
About how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
All right, Dowling with the football coming out of the timeout. 1st and 10 Maroons from their own Northwest 18-yard line, and carrying the ball is Phillip, and he dives inside near the 15, gain of about 3 yards there, Matt.
Yeah, a little shake at the line of scrimmage and got in behind Gabe Carey and Baggentoss and was able to get 3 yards out of it and keep the ball moving forward for the Maroons.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 16, so it'll bring up 2nd down at about 8. Maroons will go to the pistol formation. One receiver to the near side, that's Cooper Nicholson. And read option, and English fires the ball out. It's caught again by the backup tight end, Cale Gokenauer, and he's got room, and he's near a first down, run out of bounds. Nice catch that time, right around the 8-yard line. That'll be good enough for about an 8-yard gain. Let's see where they spot him down officially here, Matt.
Going to give him the first. It should be, yeah, it's a first down. So good play, well-designed play. They do the ball fake in the backfield and catch Gokenauer coming out. Or was it Sanders? I believe
it was Gokenauer that time. Sanders the other time.
Yep.
And now it's 1st and goal, Dowling from the 6-yard line. English out of the shotgun. He's got one back in the backfield. He'll give it to him, and that's Phillip. And CJ gets down to the 5-yard line. He'll bring up 2nd and goal from there.
Again, they're running on that right side this time. Now they're going behind Gabe Carey and George Nahas. And, Nahas 6'4", 260. Gabe Carey 6', 230. And a lot of meat over there. And then Baggentoss at 245. So they're starting to earn their money right here in that offensive front. We saw it last week,
too. Yes, we did. Start late in the fourth quarter. All right, it's 2nd and goal, Maroons at the 5. English will keep the football running towards the far sideline, and he's hit and dropped at the 1-yard line. He took a shot that time, and Jake bounces up, and so does the cornerback or safety for Waukee Northwest, and that was Jed Barth laying the wood on.
Yeah, he laid a lick on him there, and both kids pop right back up, but it puts the ball right at the 1-yard line. English makes a nice run around the corner and inside the 1-yard line here.
3rd and goal, Dowling. Phillip in the backfield with English. Gokenauer, the fullback. He'll move to the left side of the formation. Shotgun formation with one receiver at the top. He goes in motion. Here's the snap. English, the give to Phillip, angling his way towards the end zone. Does he get in? No.
They're saying no.
Late signal.
Yep.
Touchdown Maroons. And that was C.J. Phillip from a yard out with 9:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dowling now trailing by 1, pending the extra point here, Matt Mandring.
Just a great job of finishing the run there by C.J. Phillip and making sure that he got across that goal line. And now the all-important extra point.
Diego Leon will come in for the extra point. The holder will be Jake English, the quarterback. The snapper is Carson Hagan. Ball down, kick is high enough, long enough, and we are all tied up here, ladies and gentlemen. 10-all. Dowling and Waukee Northwest here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be back.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
Holt Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
All right, we're back here at Valley Stadium. Onside kick by the Maroons and Diego Leon. And it's fielded by Waukee Northwest. They'll have a first down at their own 47-yard line. Maroons trying to make something happen there, Matt.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. In that one, we might need a replay. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I was trying to figure that out as they went up and to the line and kicked that off.
We may get a replay here on the CISN.TV as we simulcast tonight. But it's first down, Waukee Northwest from their own 47-yard line. 9:53 remaining fourth quarter. We're tied at 10. And now Waukee Northwest running the read option. They give it to Sam Johnson, trying to turn the corner, and he can't. He's leveled at the 46-yard line. They'll lose a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Wolves.
Good flow there by Noah Seamer as he came down the line of scrimmage and was able to get Spikes in the backfield. That's a great play.
All right, Dave said we're going to see replay the touchdown on the TV side. And this was a struggle. Phillip there carries it in. And look, he's hit at the 2 and carries tackles to the 1. And thank you, Dave Maben. And now Waukee with the football as we get back to live action, and they keep it on the ground. And Spikesman is hit as he tried to turn the corner. May have gotten a yard.
There was a pass play out to Grisham actually on that play, and they tried to get him out in the flat, and the Dowling defense rallied and makes the play.
Do you think the crowd in front of us is getting a little excited?
Yeah.
3rd and 10, Waukee Northwest. Back to throw Rankin. He's being chased, now being hit and sacked. Back inside the 45-yard line. The front line of the Maroons was there, Matt Maindring, and what a job they did in getting to the quarterback, and that being Jalen Pettis.
Jalen Pettis got back there, and I was just thinking that that was something we haven't seen yet, is Rankin on the ground for a sack, and so we get the first one there for the Maroons.
So it'll bring up 4th down for Waukee Northwest. The ball back to the 44-yard line. They'll lose 3, Will Rankin. Here's Cork with the punt, gets it away, and he's hit and dropped, and they're going to say incidental contract.
Well,
ball was deflected,
the ball
that's
was
right.
Tipped.
Ball was deflected. Dowling gets on it, and the Maroons will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Cooper Nicholson on it. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline, and that is where John Chido is at, Johnny.
Well, it's a game of momentum and emotions, and it sure has changed in the second half for Dowling Catholic, and they've done exactly what they need. They're controlling the line of scrimmage, running the football, and they're keeping that defense off the field to rest, and you see when that happens, the defensive line comes to play.
1st and 10 Maroons. Thanks, John Chido, for that report. Dowling with the ball on their own 39-yard line, tied at 10. Maroons trailed 10-0 in halftime and battle back here in the second half with a field goal and a touchdown. English under center. The give is to the tailback, and that's C.J. Phillip again, and he drags tacklers up for about a yard to the 40-yard line.
He ran to a wall there, and as soon as he started to run sideways, you knew it was going to not probably work out real well for him, but he's been running so hard, and that was just swallowed up there by the Waukee defense. Good play by the Wolves there on that play.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. We want to thank Kemen, along with Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision for supporting our radio broadcasts all season long. There's a quick out, caught by Carson Brown, out of bounds at midfield. Nice pass that time by Jake English. Strong throw to the right side of the formation.
You're exactly right, Mark, and that was one of the more confident throws I've seen him throw. He put that on a rope over there to Carson, and he was able to get that ball, get out of bounds. Defender slipped a little bit. Nice free play here, and he gets up, and you can see the stumble and make the play.
10-yard reception. First down Dowling. Ball at midfield. 7:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and we're tied at 10. Here's the snap, English the give, and that's C.J. Phillip. He's got the first down across the 40 and down inside the 37-yard line. Penalty flag down.
Yeah, I think the Maroons are going to get another 15 on this play. So you see the frustration start to boil over a little bit as Ben Ryland and somebody got mixed up here. Here's the replay on this last play with C.J. Phillip coming up the middle.
All right, you see the snap.
Oh, this is Carson Brown again, and
quick
getting
out,
it. Yep. And the next play with Phillip, we're going to see what the call is here.
And we'll get the referee tonight is Brian Gibson from Ankeny.
Number 9 on the defense.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. You hit the nail right on the head there, Matt. It is on their outstanding defensive tackle, Ben Ryland for Waukee Northwest. Played defensive end for Waukee last year, and now with the split schools, he's playing defensive tackle, and he's guilty of the unsportsmanlike.
Dowling is doing a really good job now of mixing things up. When you got this momentum, you got the offense clicking, you can change things up here. And here we go live again.
C.J. Phillip picked up 13 yards. He gets the handoff here. Line of scrimmage of 22 of Northwest. And angling for the far sideline and finally run down at the 20 for a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Good strong run again by C.J. as he ends up on that line of scrimmage as the defense flowed over. And the Dowling offense now, that offensive line is starting to dictate a little more things here. But the thing about it is English being able to throw the football and keep them on their heels a little bit.
So we've got a stoppage in play.
CJ's coming out. He might be tired. The kid,
Phillip comes out. And
the young man has been running the football a lot, and he's been carrying the load here in the second half.
All right, Adam Townsend will come in. He's a starting linebacker. He'll play in the backfield with Jake English. Here's a snap. Back to throw English. Fires it far side. It's caught by Cooper Nicholson. He's out of bounds right around the 15-yard line. A quick out.
Quick out, and Cooper really didn't see where he was. He's been about a yard short or so of the first down. No, about 2 yards short.
Spot him out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Gain of 5.
Gain of 5. So nice play there on second down, and you can see English's confidence just keep growing with every snap of the football right now. And Jake is really taking over and leading this offense forward.
All right, 3rd and 3 for Dowling Catholic. The ball on the Waukee Northwest 15-yard line. 2 receivers left. They give up the middle. That's Townsend with it. He scampers inside the 5, going for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Adam Townsend, the senior, starting linebacker, comes in for just a bit to relieve C.J. Phillip, and he scores from 15 yards out.
He hit the seam right there, and Townsend explodes through here, and we're going to see the replay right now, and you're going to see that offensive line just open things up and a good block inside, and that's the way it gets done.
That's quick feet. Dowling now with its first lead of the night as Jake English will hold, and Diego Leon for the extra point, and the kick is up, and it's good. So the Maroons now with a touchdown lead. It's 17-10. Dowling Catholic leading Waukee Northwest. We'll take a break with 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 17, Waukee Northwest 10, here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkin, executive.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Respecting their personhood, then to recognize their own value.
Listeners reporting to Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY, Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT, Des Moines, 88.5 FM, KIHS, Adel 90.9 FM, that's Houston.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. The kickoff by Diego Leon. and fielded by Grant Carter, and he returns it for Waukee Northwest to the 20-yard line. And that's where they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 7:02 remaining. Here in the fourth quarter, Dowling with the lead 17-10. And now they fake the end around. They give it right up the middle to Spikesman. He gets up to the 25 for a gain of 5. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline. That is where John Chido was at. And John, Dowling with its first lead of the night with a 6-play, 61-yard drive. And Adam Townsend coming in at relief at tailback to score.
Yeah, it's like a 1-2 punch with him and CJ. Adam, was able to hit that hole quick, and it was a big hole to run through, and you're not going to stop him when he gets that momentum going. But that's what Dowling wanted to do in the first half. Now they're able to do it here late in the second half.
All right, 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 5 now for Waukee Northwest, and back to throw is Carson Rankin. Rolls to his left, fires it out, and it's incomplete to Sam Johnson, the intended receiver. They'll bring up 3rd and 5. Matt.
I'm watching Coach Wilson here because he's going, this is Canadian football. Because, you see the guy coming across the formation, turned up the field way before the snap, and you kind of got that field going there. Everybody's moving up the field before the ball is snapped.
The Dowling crowd in front of us, you can hear them. They're kind of overtaking our field mic. It is updated score 33-14, Southeast Polk leading Valley. Back to throw is Rankin, fires out, pass is caught, but making the catch and falling right on the first down marker.
Yeah,
it might have been Grisham.
He's short of the stick by a yard, and a big decision here for Waukee. And, they're bringing in some meat. I guess if you go for 2,
it'll be 4th and 1.
If you go for 2 in overtime, you're going to go for it on 4th and 1.
4-yard gain on the reception, and it's a full house backfield. Power eye, if you will. How about this? Old school football. Ranking the handoff to Spikes on the left side, and he puts his head down. He's got the first down by about a yard up to the 31-yard line. Gain of 2.
Yeah, the thing you worry about as a defense coordinator right there is if he breaks that initial line, there's nobody home.
Exactly.
And Dowling had everybody up in the line of scrimmage, and Spikesman is such a strong runner, that is tough to stop.
2-yard gain for Spikesman on 4th and 1. First down, Waukee Northwest from their own 31. And Rankin, read option, keeps the football, and he goes over center up to the 35-yard line to pick up a 4.
And right there on that play for the Maroons, you had Joe Hughes and it looked like it was Joe Hughes and Seamer on the bottom of the pile there, and as they get the stop.
Good Southeast Polk leading Valley handily, and Ankeny Centennial now 14-7 lead over number 2 Ankeny. Back to throw is Rankin, fires it down the far sideline where there's single coverage, and he overthrew his intended receiver, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 5:14 remaining and bring up 3rd and 5 for Waukee Northwest, as I believe the intended receiver was Hayden Huntley.
Hayden Huntley and Jake Anderson in coverage there did an outstanding job of going stride for stride with their main target down the field. Huntley had a touchdown last week, and he's someone that Rankin looks for.
All right, they go with that bunch offense. 3 receivers to the right of the right tackle, 1 receiver to the left. They fake the end around. Rankin back to throw, looking, and he's hit and dropped. Sack on the play, and again Dowling gets back in there, and that's Jalen Pettis with the sack. Hello and goodbye. He put him down for the count.
If we get the replay on that one, he got out there on the edge and had the receiver for a second and didn't bite and went right to Rankin and just smothered him on the snap. And you can see in the replay here, a lot of motion in the backfield, and you see Pettis come down the line and just finished.
7-yard loss, and that's a second sack in 2 possessions now for Waukee Northwest by Dowling's Jalen Pettis.
Very good.
So I think our Dave Mabel on the cue and did a great job, and now we've got a timeout called by Dowling. We'll take a break. 4:30 remaining, fourth quarter. It's Dowling 17, the Waukee Northwest Wolves 10. 4th and 13 for Waukee Northwest. When we come back, the ball will be on their own 28-yard line. They'll be forced to punt. Back in 1 minute here on the Central Iowa Sports Network and the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
All right, Andrew Cork into punt for Waukee Northwest, and he gets the punt away, and it's Dowling lets it go. 1st and 10 Maroons now on their own 38-yard line. Dowling leading in this contest 17-10 over the Wolves from Waukee Northwest. Mark Amadale, Matt Mandring, and John Chido. And the give is to C.J. Phillip, who was out for the last part of that touchdown run. He just kind of lost his breath, and he's back in. Cam Middleton has not been in that last series, so they're going to hand it off to CJ, and he gets a couple yards. Maroons trying to grind the clock out, and timeouts remaining here. Waukee Northwest has 2, Dowling with 1.
On that last series there, you saw Coach Wilson called a timeout on that punt, and I think he wanted to go back and talk to the receiver and say, if it's any question about that ball, you let it go, and because there's only a couple bad things that can happen for the Maroons there after that punt.
All right, it's 2nd and 10. No yards on that last carry by Phillip. They'll give it to him again. CJ with it. Scampers through, and he's got the first down across the 45 up near the 48-yard line. And that's where the line of scrimmage or the first down marker is, and first down Dowling.
Yeah, the interior part of that line right now, if we get to see that again, they're just starting to manhandle them inside there and to create a seam for CJ as he was able to get up the middle. I couldn't tell if that was between Gabe Carey and Ryan Bagentos or not there. That was an outstanding run again by CJ. Big first down.
Yep, Ryan Bagentos, the center, Gabe Carey and Carlos Navarro, the guards, Kyle Rockers and George Nahas, the tackles, and Jalen Thompson, along with Caden Sanders, the tight end, the fullback, Cale Gokenauer. All right, it's 1st and 10, Dowling from their own 49. English at quarterback. The give is to Phillip. He's just trying to find an opening. He's going to be thrown for a loss. Again, he looked over door number 1, nothing. Door number 2, nothing. And he started going outside the right end, and a hit and dropped. Loss of 2.
But right now, Waukee is bringing everybody up to the line of scrimmage. They know Dowling's going to run the football, so it's essentially a run blitz. Waukee calls a timeout.
We'll take one ourselves. 2:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. Dowling 17, Waukee Northwest 10, here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, West Des Moines, as Dante Cataldo comes in at quarterback, runs a play and a timeout as Waukee Northwest calls timeout. We'll keep it here with 2:48 remaining in the 4th quarter. Dowling 17, the Waukee Northwest Wolves 10, along with Matt Mandring and Mark Amadale, along with the folks from the Central Iowa Sports Network. But, hey, how about a report from the Dowling sideline? And, Johnny, let's go to your checklist. What have we not seen from up here? Go take it away.
Well, just how the offensive line has been dominating the line of scrimmages up until this drive. I mean, now Waukee Northwest is putting a lot of guys up front in the box and limited that. And here's a question for Coach Mandering is you have 2:48 left here, 3rd and 11. Do you take a shot here or do you play a little conservative?
The way your defense has been playing, you're going to probably be a little conservative, but it'd be really hard not to throw a little play action here and have Kokenauer or Sanders slide out of the backfield. They've ran that play a couple times with some success, something that's safe, and that's might be what you look at. You're tempted to throw the ball here, but
Well, it's third and 11.
With that defense, you're going to probably play it pretty conservative.
He's just looking for some help for next Tuesday's
absolutely.
8th grade opener. He just wants some input.
In an 8th grade game, you throw it.
That's right. He's just thinking about that. All right, it's third and 11. Dowling on their own 48-yard line. English at quarterback. Back to throw. Fires it near side. Caught by Carson Brown. Slips the tackle. He's got the first down inside the 40 of Waukee Northwest.
That just about, now it's going to be really tough. Waukee's used all their timeouts, and it's going to be tough. They can't stop the clock, and a great throw by English. Boy, you talk about confidence. The confidence of Jake English has grown so much through this game, and he threw that on the line again. Carson Brown and Carson's they're getting their timing down. Great play. 16-yard reception that time from quarterback Jake English of Dowling Catholic, and Carson Brown, the senior receiver for the Maroons. Carson, a 6'2", 175-pound senior. First down Dowling at the Northwest 36-yard line. English, the give is to C.J. Phillip, and he's swallowed up right about the 35-yard line. The tackle there by Waukee Northwest, and that was Chase Lamb again.
Lamb, we've mentioned his name a lot. Boy, yeah. Chase Lamb, the weak side middle linebacker, Jed Barth, the safety, and Rylan at the defensive line have done a pretty good job tonight for Waukee Northwest.
Again, we saw this last week, is that Dowling offensive line finally just wears people down. And in the second half here, they have taken control of the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, really.
Gain of 2 that time by C.J. Phillip. Maroons are letting the clock run down. 1:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling up by 7. The give is to Phillip, and he squirts through again. He's got the first down. Almost broke it, and finally down at the 20-yard line. The safety came in and wrapped him up for Kennick Smith making the stop for Waukee Northwest, Matt.
And now you have the favorite formation of every coach.
The victory formation, yes. Hey, Coach Chido down there on the sideline, have you practiced the victory formation with your group of 8th graders? I'm just curious.
He's writing it
no
down
answer.
Right now.
He's either doing that or
All
right, Dowling will go to the victory formation. 65 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 Dowling from the 20-yard line. And English out of the shotgun, and he'll wait, and then he'll kneel down. And he had Pettis in there blocking for him.
Pettis is his bodyguard. And I think, if I remember right, where this comes from, you got to go back to an old Eagles-Giants game many, many years ago. And I want to say it was Joe Pisarcik. Why do I remember this stuff? I don't know.
Pisarcik, yeah.
Yeah,
now I'm with you.
And the snap and the bad snap, and they lose the football game. And ever since then, teams are going to this type of formation.
Maroons got to snap it one more time. English will go out of the shotgun. He's got 2 fullbacks in front of him, and Jalen Pettis playing the running back. And that'll do it. Waukee Northwest cannot stop the clock. And the final score, Dowling Catholic 17, Waukee Northwest 10. The Maroons will improve to 1-1. Waukee Northwest will fall to 0-2, and what a football game it was. Folks, if you joined us late, Dowling trailed 10-0 at halftime, and they trailed 10-3 going into the fourth quarter and put together 2 late touchdowns. C.J. Phillip on a 1-yard run, and Adam Townsend in relief of Phillip on a 15-yard run. And the Maroons win it here at Valley Stadium. Matt Maindring, a big win for Dowling Catholic, the first of the 2021 season.
An outstanding effort, and coming out into that second half, just a tale of 2 halves. And that offense for Dowling just couldn't find a rhythm. And I'm just continue to be impressed with how Jake English has grown up here in the last 6 quarters. And C.J. Phillip as well, taking over the running duties.
We're going to thank Catholic United Financial, providing life insurance, medical supplement insurance, and retirement annuities, and much more online at CatholicUnitedFinancial.org. And, of course, our Red Zone, sponsored by Bozen the Florist, and the Maroons scoring twice in the Red Zone, and they get the field goal. And you can say more with Bozen online at bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. That's 515-244-ROSE, Bozen the Florist. Our thanks to Ashworth Vision, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, along with Kemen, Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Northwest Bank. And now we have the final game statistics, so we'll read those off. Final score, Dowling Catholic 17 and Waukee Northwest 10. And Dowling with 322 yards of total offense. Waukee Northwest with 233. Maroons threw for 146 yards and ran for 176. Waukee Northwest threw for 55 yards and ran for 178 yards. Penalties, Dowling 5 penalties, 44 yards. Waukee Northwest 6 penalties for 59 yards. Dowling with 19 first downs. Waukee Northwest with 11 as the teams shake hands and gather in the postgame ceremony. Dowling quarterback Jake English, 15 out of 22 in passing, 146 yards and 1 interception. Carson Rankin for Waukee Northwest, 5 out of 11 passing for 55 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. Leading ground gainer for Dowling was C.J. Phillip, the sophomore, with 27 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Cam Middleton, 7 carries for 35 yards. Adam Townsend, 1 carry, 15 yards, and a Dowling touchdown. Jake English ran the ball 4 times for 11 yards. And Dante Cataldo, 2 carries for 9 yards. For Waukee Northwest, their leading ball carrier was Tanner Spikesma, 18 carries, 129 yards. And Carson Rankin, their quarterback, 18 carries for 50 yards. Leading receiver for Dowling, Carson Brown, 8 catches for 98 yards tonight. Caden Sanders, 2 catches for 20 yards. Cooper Nicholson, 3 catches for 19 yards. Gokenauer, 1 catch for 7 yards. And Jalen Thompson, 1 catch for 2 yards. And over for Waukee Northwest, leading receiver was Hayden Huntley, 1 catch for 29 yards. And Brady Grisham, 4 catches for 26 yards. That'll wrap up the first half of our post-game show as we'll go live on the field with John Chido, and we'll get a word from Dowling head coach Tom Wilson, maybe a player or two. But we'll return to Valley Stadium after this timeout along with Matt Mandring and John Chido. I'm Mark Amadale. Our thanks to Pete Tarpey and the group from the Central Iowa Sports Network as we simulcast tonight. We'll return with the post-game show coming up following Dowling's victory 17-10 over Waukee Northwest here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Over the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Mark Amadale joined by Matt Mandry here in the press box, and of course probably a little bit cooler down there. But what a second half for Dowling after being down 10-0 at halftime. A lot of effort that came to overtake this first-year school, Waukee Northwest. Tell you what, Coach Kopatich had them ready.
They had them ready, and they played outstanding. Spikesman and Rankin had an outstanding game, and that defensive front for Waukee Northwest gave Dowling fits all night long, and eventually the offensive line for Dowling ended up wearing him down. And C.J. Phillip, I didn't realize 27 carries. I mean, that's a workhorse right there, and he did an outstanding job of protecting the football. The young sophomore did, and able to execute, and they finish and get a win. And Townsend, 1 carry. That's all you need.
That's all you need. 15 yards and a touchdown, and that was the game-winning touchdown, it turns out. We're going to go down to the sideline after Dowling's win tonight, 17-10. Let's go down and we'll visit with John Chido, and he has Dowling's senior right guard and captain, Gabe Carey, with him. Johnny, take it away.
It's a mosh pit, and it's good to see these guys back. And congratulations to all you guys that are standing here. What a great game, great finish by the O-line. I'm here with Gabe Carey. Well, you guys dominated the line of scrimmage in that second half. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we did. We beat their butts in the second half right there. That's a butt kicking right there.
So I've known Gabe since he was 4th grade, your first year in pads, and my have you grown. And it's so proud of you and watch you out here today. You're a senior, and not only that, a captain, but a leader of this offensive line. Talk about the experience with Coach Pollock and what's that given to you?
Coach Pollock has been a fantastic mentor to me, teaching me all the stuff we need to know, getting us out there. We're working hard. Practice is harder than the games are. So we get out here, we kick butt when we need to.
Well, good luck next week and keep it going.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Chido, nice job. And the offensive line all gathered around. That's Andy Pollock's group, and he was there. John Chido with an interview. I think he's going to catch up with somebody else, but we'll give him an opportunity there. But I'll tell you what, that offensive line, Matt, in that second half really came to fruition for Dowling, and you saw some of those big boys.
Yeah, they did. And we saw the adjustment coming out of halftime last week, and then you see the adjustment coming out of halftime this week for that offensive front and finding the things they need to do to execute. And, you talk about the number of possessions that Waukee had in the second half compared to the number of possessions and time of possession in that first half. It just flipped it, and that offense kept the ball in the field, and that's what it's about at the high school level.
All right, we're going to go back down the field. John Chido has Jalen Pettis. Had a couple sacks tonight, but he also was playing like the fullback on offense at the end. What's that all about? Johnny, take it away.
Well, Jalen, second game of the season. First game was a heartbreaker there toward the finish, but you guys came back strong. You've grown as a team, and that defensive line has been just spectacular and allowed these linebackers here, especially this one right here, Townsend, to run free and make these tackles. Talk a little about your defensive line play.
It was just I saw the quarterback, he dropped back, and then my tackle kind of gave me like an inside set, and I just took off down the edge. I saw there was no running back. He didn't come to block me, and I just laid the hit. I mean, it was just kind of there, and I don't know. I just cleared my head and made the tackle.
It seems like you guys were out on the field quite a bit, especially in that second quarter. And then you played really good. You gave up that one big play, which happens in ball games, but it's a game of momentums. And you guys came out that second half, and you really showed what type of team you guys have and how you've grown.
Oh, yeah. Second half was definitely strong. We came out. We were working in the locker room. We were talking about how we needed to come back stronger, and we definitely did that.
Well, guys, congratulations on your first victory of the season. Keep it going. I know you will, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, John Chido with Dowling senior Jalen Pettis on that defensive line that played outstanding, especially in that fourth quarter, Matt. It's never easy. I know John's going to catch up with Coach Wilson here in a moment, but what a night for the defensive line.
It was, and they rotate so many guys through there. We saw that last week where they were able to rotate a lot of guys through, keeps their legs and that strength in the second half, so you can have your best guys on the field when it counts at the end, and they allowed those guys to run, and if that front four does its job, that allows those linebackers to run and go make plays, and we saw that from Townsend and from Seamer and all those guys in that backfield, in that linebacker field. Just a great defensive effort.
Absolutely. Let's go back down the field. John Chido has the head coach, Tom Wilson, after Dowling's win tonight, 17-10 over Waukee Northwest. Johnny, take it away.
Coach, congratulations on a great finish. The offensive line dominated that second half, and you did some nice things, and penalty free for the most part.
Yeah, it's funny how things start working out for you if you can stay on schedule and run the ball, mixed in the pass. I really thought in the second half we were able to do that too a little bit. We hit the deep ball to Carson, which was terrific to see because they were, obviously playing, 9 guys in the box more or less against our run game, and then we're able to hit some three-step. And again, the three-step to Carson late was really important. But it was nice to see that offensive line grow up a little bit.
Mark or Matt, do you have a question for Coach?
The only question I have to talk about C.J. Phillip a little bit. 27 carries tonight, Coach.
Yeah, that's really not our intention, but he's a special kid. He's a great kid. He only a sophomore, but I think he's shown he belongs, and I think we're only seeing the beginning of him.
Coach, your play at quarterback, and Matt made the comment, and so did John. Jake English seemed to get more confidence in that second half, more than any part of the game, especially in your comeback. He was throwing those out patterns with a lot of confidence, more so in the first half. Talk about that.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. There was a couple of things early that I think Jake would tell you he wished he had back, and one of them that we didn't hit a slant route to Carson that was there. They jumped the out route. That means you throw it to the slant. And we didn't do that, but, the rest of the way, I thought he did a really good job. And then we sprinkled, Dante in there a little bit, and he can do more than run the ball, but that's kind of what we had him doing tonight.
Well, Tom, congratulations on the win, and thanks for joining us here on the post-game show. And right now, Ankeny Centennial leading Ankeny, and Centennial driving again, so that could be an interesting matchup next week when second-ranked Ankeny comes to town.
They're all going to be interesting, Mark.
You told me that during the pregame show. I know. Thanks, Tom.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Tom Wilson, the head football coach at Dowling Catholic High School, joined us here on the postgame show following Dowling's win. So, Matt, the Maroons are 1-1, and they're going to take on an Ankeny team that, well, I know we're kind of listening and watching their game with Centennial on the CISN network up in Ankeny. That'll be a great matchup next Friday night, Dowling and Ankeny.
You know, it's always a battle when those two teams get together, and it's, you know, when you talk about Centennial and Ankeny, that's like brothers going against each other a little bit, and so someone, you know, they're going to come into this game next week, and and coach isn't joking about this. I mean, you look at the schedule, and there's no weeks off, and it's going to be a grinder as we go through the season this year.
We're going to take a break here on the post-game show. Dowling 17 and Waukee Northwest 10. Our final score from Valley Stadium. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring. Our thanks to John Chido. Our thanks to our post-game guests. We'll take a break and come back with final comments following tonight's game here on the CISN.TV and Iowa Catholic Radio.
Holt Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium. Mark Amadale along with Matt Maindring, John Chido with our post-game interviews with Coach Wilson and a couple of Dowling players, one of the captains, Gabe Carey and Jalen Pettis. Dowling 17 and Waukee Northwest 10. If you joined us late, Waukee Northwest led at halftime 10-0, and they led 10-3 going into the fourth quarter, but two late touchdowns by the Maroons, one by the sophomore C.J. Phillip and one by senior co-captain linebacker who played tailback, and that was Adam Townsend. One carry, 15 yards, and that was a go-ahead touchdown, and the difference maker there, Matt.
Yeah, and, you know, it's all about opportunity, and Townsend comes in, next man up, and after Cam was down and C.J. had to go out for a second, Townsend steps right in and makes a play. And so, you know, it was just a fun game to watch. And John mentioned from the sideline at one point, what a game of momentum. You know, Waukee had everything going their way going into halftime, and then, you know, Dowling comes out, gets a stop, and just flips the game and takes control of the second half.
Well, we don't know what we're going to encounter next week. We were just kind of watching CISN's coverage of the Ankeny, the Battle of Ankeny. Are they playing for a boot or something like that?
Who knows?
They got a trophy there, but last report it was Centennial leading 14-7 over undefeated and second-ranked Ankeny. And Centennial got beat up pretty bad last week by they had tough contests in their first week, and who would have thought this? But if they hang on, it's going to be a battle of number 2 and 3 right now. But Ankeny is on their heels.
Yeah, it's and it's going to be this way the whole season. You know, you see Southeast Polk taking control and taking it to Valley, but you know Valley's going to rebound, and it's going to be one of those things throughout the year to see who does this with attrition and who can keep everybody healthy and all those kinds of things that happen in high school football.
Well, that'll wrap up our coverage tonight. Matt, thanks to you, and of course John on the sidelines as he's getting all his gear off. And our thanks to the CISN folks with led by Pete Tarpey and of course Dave Mabel, our producer here, Clayton Sampson and Parker Seiper, our camera operators, and of course Jeff Piggott back at the studios for Iowa Catholic Radio and managing that network we have. And Matt, thanks to you and the folks at Dowling. We had your boss on, Dr. Ryan, on this afternoon or this evening during halftime.
Making sure he's working tonight, you know, and you know he does a lot for the school and keeping all the things that we need to do to keep us moving forward.
Well, we appreciate everyone's help. We'll be back next week. Pregame at 6:30. Kickoff 7 o'clock. We'll be simulcasting with our good folks at CISN.TV. So join us, Iowa Catholic Radio and Central Iowa Sports Network. For John Chido, for Matt Maindring, I'm Mark Amadale. Thanks for tuning in. And again, the final score for the final time, Dowling Catholic 17, Waukee Northwest 10 is our final from Valley Stadium. Until then, have a blessed and safe weekend, especially during this Labor Day holiday.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic Sports is
All right.
by Ashworth Building.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.